freaking... I have to wait for this conversation to end before I can put the codes in. So we're gonna have to go through this again.
You know the rules, Rasha.
Okay.
It's not
well,
patched.
The money until tomorrow.
I have to put my stuff away anyway.
Put your stuff away.
Because I just finished. I finished my food.
But bloody vermin, all of mine. I'll see what I can do.
So yeah.
Good go. Relata Shera. Well fought.
See those guys with the relata, there's rules, blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, and he compliments you, you know, for doing things. And I have to alt-tab so I can get the fucking code to put in to fix this, so he doesn't stand here eternally. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, okay, PRID. Okay, great. Then that selects him, then move to that. Guys, you gave me the thing, but he's not moving.
The father will
Says it doesn't work. Checking this again. CC. Okay. I don't know what to do with this then. I'm just gonna manually select. Nope. Okay, where you're putting this? Yeah, okay. Oh, never mind. That's why it wants me to do something.
Oh no!
Hey, walk away. Walk away now. Or stand there, honestly. As long as I can talk to Rasha, that's all that matters. She's still busy!
a sun child, aren't you?
Here, come here. Come here.
I've heard about
Come here,
those
fuckhead.
yellow
Bring
coats
your
invading
egg
this
face over
country.
here.
Free peoples of Nerin. I'm
Hey,
guessing the
guys,
ones those
your
surface
thing
slobs
isn't
are
working.
wishing for the
She's still
safety of these
busy.
cakes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the
Oh,
thing
no.
isn't working. Exactly the same, works perfectly, but it's not.
I have 2 instances of Discord open.
Okay,
I don't
let's
know why.
try reloading this.
I didn't know you could do that.
I hate this.
I don't know.
I feel like I should have the technical difficulties
You
going
know
on
the
in the background.
rules, Rasha. If we don't get the money
Come to
until
bed.
tomorrow, we're gonna be
I'm gonna cut your
Keep
fucking
walking.
bald head off.
But fine. I'll
I hate
see
you
what I can do.
sometimes.
Good go. Relata Shera. Well fought.
Move. Unless it's something to do with the fact that I was too close. And no, don't fire that line. So, I will just back you further back here. Come here.
Sun child, aren't you?
Stay there.
I've heard
I don't
about
like
those
you.
yellow coats in
That's not my one.
this country. Free peoples.
Okay, there's one more.
Busy.
Yep, still busy. Okay, there's one more possible solution. If not, we're playing cards because, yeah, the game might be canceled until they fix this themselves. Because this
Yeah,
is
that might be.
bullshit. Man, I always knew you were gonna be the fucking problem. Like, the second you were shown off in fucking trailers and the lead writer was like, oh, I'm really excited about this character.
So handle it.
But now you...
He's also suggesting playing Devil May Cry.
Well, you can do that too. You can have a Devil May Cry night
Good
instead.
go.
Are you talking about DMC5? Because I still haven't played it, and I wanna play it.
Well, he was the one planning to play it for all that. What else would he play?
Yeah, I know,
Well fought.
but I'm a jerk.
Keep walking.
Nope, it refuses to work.
Oh no.
Typical. Really, this is really expected. I hate you, shithead. I don't like you.
Can you punch him?
I really wish I could, but he's important to the plot, so no. He's a very major
God.
character in this plot, and I need to do this plot to do the secret ending.
Do you have to do it now?
Yes, I have to do it now. I have to be able to access something that comes up in this plot for another aspect of the plot. How about if I attack you?
Can you punch her?
It's outside, but she's also immune. Well, this is disappointing, because, let's try one more thing. Let me look at those things one more time. Does it mention? Stop talking. Should be able to talk to her. Okay, well, let's try that then. There's one more possible thing to do. We're gonna try that, and this might be all backed with the technical difficulties in these.
You know the rules.
So I have to wait for them to stop talking.
We don't get the money until tomorrow.
And then I have to leave. I have to leave. I have to drag him outside.
But
Through the magic of the console.
I'll see what I can do. Bloody
Good
vermin,
go.
all of them.
Relata Shera.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 to make sure they're done. Let's stick him outside by the tree and see if that helps.
Well, what if you go outside and then go back in first?
No, we tried that last time.
Oh, okay.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna let them finish talking, and then we're gonna take him into this tree outside, and I'll pop the command
Move
to drag
along.
him out here.
An obulus,
Come here,
my
motherfucker.
dame, please.
Hi, asshole.
The Lord will redeem you for your
Be
kindness.
busy, you. You're fine. Whatever. I don't care about you. I just want Rasha. I don't want you. Let me have Rasha.
What? That's all you got? Come on.
Rasha, please. Ah!
You. Well fought, really. Here's your
Hey!
share.
We fixed her.
Hey!
So who was that
Thanks,
guy?
thanks.
That motherfucker that almost ruined all of this.
Pardon my language, but none of your fucking business.
Free peoples of Enderal.
Okay.
I'm guessing for one.
Well, when can I fight again?
Well, aren't you a piece of work? Still got blood and dust on your skin and already begging for the next battle. Come by in a couple of days and ask again, will you? I got things to take care of.
Okay. So we can just wait.
But I wanna fight now!
You can just wait for the next battle right now. And I think it might just throw us directly in the pit before the conversation. No, it'll just skip the time for us.
Ah, you've come at the right time. There's a fight soon, and you're the perfect candidate. 2 versus 1. Interested?
Who am I fighting?
The twins. 2 nasty, hairy beasts of men with even nastier axes. Yeah, I know, the odds are against you, but what should I say? The crowd wants it, I deliver. What do you say?
2 versus 1?
Oh, yeah. But judging by how you fought, I think you stand a chance. Still, it'll be dangerous. So, what do you say?
Count me in.
Bold words. All right, then go downstairs and warm up. I'll tell you when we're ready.
Let's go eat some boys for breakfast.
Should have placed my money on the account.
Hell
Wait,
yeah.
Wait, did a couple days already pass?
Yeah, you can just
Yes.
tell it to wait, and it auto skips it for you. Which is a
You just
very
stood there
nice.
for 2 days.
Yeah. Or, you know, presumably Black screamed and wandered off and cried in a corner over the child.
Today, 2 familiar faces will fight a rookie who you've already grown to love. The twins against the mysterious warrior only known as the Nameless One. It is a battle to the death,
This name
a
we
battle
picked
about
really
gold
fits
and
our
blood.
kind of edgy
Now
aesthetic
enough
we're
of the
going for right
words.
now.
Time to give you what you've
Yeah.
all been waiting for. Warriors, fight!
Okay, come on game, let me have my controls back so I can just slaughter both of them. Ow. You guys are just gonna
Are
die.
these like fights to... Are these fights to the death?
Yes. They're all death fights. This is the Undercity, Jax.
Oh!
We murder each other down here. There's no other way.
I didn't realize that that's where we were.
Yeah, we're in the Undercity. We're in the sad part of town. The sad part of town is filled with murder and death and lots and lots and lots of despair. Like, so much to spare, it's disgusting.
The father will know what to do.
This is like the worst pit fighting arena as well.
Yeah, it is. It's tiny, it sucks. It's
What do you want?
horrible for anybody that's playing a ranged character.
It's not even a site. It's not even a circle.
Nope, it's not. But it's really fits the area. It's just not great, especially for like players playing an archer character. Like, it sucks for them. So anyway, my share, I fought and won. In case you didn't notice.
Ah, sure. Sorry. I was elsewhere. Here's your share.
Why were you elsewhere? Is it because of that jerk with the bald head? That fucking Eterna? Who blocked the game from progressing?
Well deduced, detective.
Oh, what's it about? What does he want from you?
His shadow tribute, which my esteemed father, who rediscovered his juvenile spite in his last years, refuses to pay. Which, in return, means that the nice guy who just paid me a visit will send us some of Relata's goons to either set fire to our establishment, or send my father onto the eternal paths a couple of years earlier.
How do you
If I
set
don't
fire to a
think
bunch
of
of
something.
dirt?
They're pretty creative. They'll think of something.
Very carefully.
Ask Lealda, she'll probably know. Anyway, what's the shadow tribute?
Protection money. If you want to stay alive down here, you have to pay.
Maybe I could take care of that guy for you.
Oh, you have no idea how the wind blows down here, do you? Thanks for the offer, but no. Only an utter idiot would take on the Relata.
Well,
I'm kinda dumb. Any idea when the next fight will happen? Well, then.
2 or 3 days, give or take.
Great.
Oh, I know you'd love to jump right back in. But if we start doing battles every bloody minute, the crowd will lose interest. And money. Just swing by in a couple of days, alright? You'll get your fight.
Okay, let's time skip again. Let's wait for the next battle. Okay, we're back.
what just happened?
Time skip.
You did pull.
Huh?
Did you?
What?
Did you pull up the wait menu, or because I didn't see?
I pulled up nothing.
No, it's a
It's a what?
It's a what?
it's a
Look at
dialogue
that.
option.
Yeah, it's a
that
dialogue
you
option.
can
Talent for
just
showing up
wait,
when you're needed.
and it
Oh.
skips.
You know that?
Mm-hmm.
There's a fight coming up, and I want you to participate.
So anyway, who am I fighting now?
Gur Halnan. He's been fighting for a while now. A brute in heavy armor. With a couple of, how should I say, special techniques he picked up in his homeland, Arazil. I won't lie, he'll be a tough nut to crack.
Alright, let's get started with
Not
this
you,
one.
Iga. You know the drill. Go downstairs and warm up. The fight will take place in a couple of hours.
Really, the only entertaining part of this is the announcer because everything dies in front of me. We've hit that power level where it just doesn't matter.
You know who I am. I know who you are.
We're
and
just
above
so
all,
nonchalant
I know
about
why
things
you are
killing
here
us,
today,
unless they're the
because
mountain
you
spiders.
want to see a fight?
Just don't fucking
Today,
jump at me.
There is something special on the menu. Or should
I wonder what
say
his
something
special technique is.
It's...
Because this
I
is a
can't remember.
word that best describes the beast our still undefeated rookie must stand his ground against.
So I know it's not him, it's the other one that does the thing that I like.
Gur Halnan, the Berserker of the Steppes, versus the Nameless One.
There's a small possibility I will kill him before we see his special trick.
Warriors.
But I think he might have a little bit more chance to be at the health bar. Oh, fine. Yeah, I know, you're... There you go, you shout. That's right. That's your trick.
Holy
He has shouts.
shit!
How don't you have shouts?
Because it looks like it's some sort of Arizalian technique. Anyway, he's dead.
Well
Do you
then,
have food? No, I'll just eat myself.
can you eat his soul?
Oh, I could. You're right. Actually, you're correct. Let's do that.
I was thinking more in a Skyrim fashion.
No, I'm thinking more in
Like,
Enderal.
You can get his
fashion.
shout powers.
I can't shout. I just have other magical powers, which include exploding into lightning and turning into a bear, which is much better. There's where's my shock now? Let's put that back on. I keep forgetting I have that and I can just
Keep
spam
walking.
that. Oh, shut up. You keep
Knocking
walking.
people off of cliffs is always better, in my opinion.
What's always better?
It's just making enemies ragdoll off of cliffs.
Not bad. I
True.
have to hand it to you.
Okay,
Really
making
starting
them
to impress
ragdoll
me.
in general
I didn't
is
think
fun.
you'd stand a chance against old Gur. Kinda sad to see him gone, but he knew the risks. Here's your share. Come back in 2 days or so.
No! Let me fight now! Wait for the next battle.
Battle.
Yep, battle.
Battle, battle, battle.
Battle time.
Yes?
I want to fight, are you ready?
Aye, we are. This time it'll be exciting.
This lady?
The Ringmaster
Yeah.
plans to pair you with Raga Shadowclaw.
Should I know her?
No, but you will soon. She's an alchemist. Small tip from my side. Don't let her tender appearance fool you. You'll see why.
Oh, is she gonna turn into a bear?
No, she'll just turn into a dog. Her trick's similar to mine, it's just,
Huh,
I'm
you
ready.
eager. You know the
And I
drill.
bet.
Go downstairs and
You should turn into a
The
bear.
fight will take
Oh no,
place
I
in
will.
the
I
woods.
absolutely turned into a bear too when I was fighting this on my own. I was like, oh, the second she said the word alchemist and don't let her appearance fool you, I was like, oh, so she turns into a dog. I have to kill her as a bear. I think she functions like the bonus boss guy you can fight in the wild. So we'll kill her the first time as a woman, and then we'll have to kill her a second time as a dog.
What?
You'll understand in a second.
For blood, and you shall have it.
This will she'll have to go down 2 times. I think is how her mechanic is. Yep, she has to die twice. Okay. So I learned the hard way never to transform at the same time as somebody else. Because it gets really choppy.
Why?
Because it gets real laggy. The game might crash. Oh, she might kick my ass. There we go. Turn into a dog.
Folks just never learn.
Change. Turn into a doggy. I wait until you turn into dog. Come here. Yes. Dog on bear. Come here. Fight me. Come on, give me a good fight. Are you stuck on the rock? Ha! Die. Oh no, I just can't hit you like that. Okay. We'll do this the old-fashioned way then. I can't. Oh no.
We have a winner! Applause, mesdames and messieurs! She earned
She's not exciting, and that was less exciting because she got trapped on the rock. She was like ever so slightly stuck in the earth and she couldn't attack me. I can't remember if it's 1 or 2 more fights left. Please put on your clothes, game. Oh no, it like auto puts my clothes back on for me. It's very nice. Other than my shawl, I put that back on myself like an adult. Where is it? And we'll shove some food in my mouth because otherwise I might drop dead next fight.
Keep walking.
Alright, hopefully it's either this one or the next one that's the very last.
Look who's back. Not bad, not bad. I was expecting you to pee your pants after she did that little trick of hers. But no. You kept your cool as usual.
Because it's my trick too!
Sure you don't want to start working as a mercenary? You could make more money that way. Either way, here's your pay. What do you want?
I'm guessing you're tired.
Weren't we already?
I'm guessing you're
We're already a mercenary.
Kind of. I'm guessing you're tired of hearing me ask this, but any estimate on when the next fight will take place?
I had hoped you'd ask that. I do. And this time, you're in for a real challenge.
Another shapeshifter?
No. If you're man enough, you'll fight the beast tonight.
Yeah, this is the last one. The beast?
Aye, the pride of the pit. And the good thing about it, even if you hack it to shreds, all we need to do is give it some elixir and have our necromancer stick it back together. And it's as good as new. Don't lie, though. It'll be hard this time. And chances are you won't make it out alive. If you do make it, though, it'll be worth your time.
Well, I need to... You're resurrecting that creature? What is this, Sinistra?
Something like that, aye. But let's not dwell on the details, shall we?
Okay, well, I need to prepare
All
myself
right, I'll
because I
wait.
need a heart save.
But don't take too long.
Because this fight actually might kill me, and I want to be in first person for it too.
Okay.
You'll understand in a moment. Or at least for the start of it. Oh, okay, so I'll fight the beast.
Thought so. Well then.
Bye.
But can the nameless
I don't
one
suppose you actually were able to
also
hear that
oppose
word
the
I
beast
said
that's
back
been
there.
so
I have no idea what the words were, but you
soiled
sounded
in
like.
blood for decades.
I was trying to say
We shall
annihilation
see.
while with my cheeks pulled out.
Unleash the beast.
I was
What the
trying to do a
fuck?
funny-
Why is he in a cage?
Because he's a giant vandal. Come on, buddy.
Ugh.
You're just one of the giant vandals. And there he is. You bald fuck. Kill stealer. Kill stealer.
What the? Hey, what are you doing? Get out of the ring now!
Yeah, because that's
Let's
against
see you
rules.
dance.
No.
Nameless one.
No. This is the bald guy. He's back, and he will fucking do that shit. He teleports. Okay, I might just let the fucking dot kill you because he beat my ass the first time.
Good. That's enough. Let's talk.
And then he snatches us and teleports away.
Well then.
Christ. Are we still gonna get paid?
Paid?
Eh,
I will find out. I don't think so. We didn't kill
I was
it.
about to say, yeah, I was about to say, I don't think so, considering we did not do the deed.
He did.
Fair enough. This
Technically.
is better. Forgive me my dramatic entrance.
What? I can't remember. Okay, so this guy is, I hate him. Not so much, like, as a character, I hate having to interact with him because he's really hard to know what he likes and dislikes, and he's really easy to gain hate with, but I need to gain a lot of favor with him, and you'll understand in the ending why I need to do that. So,
Okay.
what in the blazes was that, and why did you interrupt the fight?
I was
Okay,
just about to explain. I'm Tharael, voice of the Father. I've been watching you for a while now because I'm looking for someone with your set of skills. And, our little encounter down in the pit erased the last doubts I had about you.
Voice of the Father?
That accent. You're an Outlander, aren't you? Shit. Does that mean I have to explain who the Relata is to you?
You're a group of cutthroats robbing the people down here of their last penny.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. The Relata is more than a bunch of criminals, though. But we'll get there. Regarding your original question, the Voices are the military arm of the Relata. I'm sure you've seen some of us before. We come into play when a matter needs a strong hand to resolve itself.
So, was this supposed to be some kind of test?
Indeed. Let me get straight to the point. I want to hire you for a mission.
Do I look like a mercenary?
Well, you look like someone willing to slaughter other people in front of a gawking crowd for a handful of coins. At least that's what you did down there.
So yes!
Don't get me wrong, I don't judge. The pit fighters know what they're getting themselves into. But after what I saw you do down there, I concluded that you're willing to do a lot of things if the pay is right. Or am I wrong?
No, but there's no way I'm working with cutthroats like you.
How's this? Hold the insults until you know the whole story.
Fine, fair enough. So tell me about this mission.
Well, actually, it's simple. I want your help in killing someone.
Okay, who do you want to kill, my dude? And why?
The Father.
So you,
Wait, you want to kill the head of the Relata, your leader?
Their leader, not mine. When I was 6 years old, the Relata abducted me and a dozen other children. That is, they bought us.
here we go.
Shagun, the old cunt who owned
Yeah.
our orphanage. She sold us like cattle.
The Rolata abducted you? Children?
Us, and over the years, at least a dozen more. And we all came from the same orphanage. The refuge. And no, I have no idea what they did to us. I remember nothing.
So you were an orphan?
That's
Oh
the
no,
big
never mind.
question,
Why the
isn't
father
it?
abduct children? I don't
At
get asked
first I thought
questions,
it
I
was
guess.
about child trafficking. You know, tender little knaves and girls for rich bastards. Ark's bigwigs. Yet now I've come to the conclusion that it must have been about science. Experiments.
You mean the Rolata conducted experiments on you?
Only the father. As I said, I'm pretty sure you have the wrong idea about them. The Rolata doesn't see itself as a guild of murderers, but as a faith. A sect. A cult, in other words. The blackmailing, the shadow tax, is how they finance the little community.
And what did they believe in?
That the physical body is the worst thing that ever happened to man. It's a hull that needs to transcend. But we digress. If we're to work together, you'll soon have some rogue cultists telling you all this shit anyway.
I see, but if you're alive, does that mean you were somehow able to flee?
Kind of. After the father was done with us, he simply disposed of our corpses. This is also the first memory I have of that time after the abduction. Waking up in a pile of dead bodies. I don't know exactly, but I must have been somewhere between 12 to 14 years old. Still half a child, in other words. As you can imagine, I was a mess for the first few moons after that. Once I was able to think somewhat straight again, I looked for help in the upper city. Of course, the guards didn't believe a word of what I said and sent me right back down into the caverns.
Wait, you, blah, 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 blah. Wait, so you told them the Rolata conduct experiments on children and they didn't do shit?
No. And frankly,
normal.
it doesn't surprise me. I'm sure
Yeah,
hundreds of ragged kids from the undercity had come to them before.
It's
telling
really,
them
really
horror
par for the
stories
course
about
of the
how
art
much they
car.
suffered down there only to get a bed and some food. Also, as you may have figured out by now, the Order doesn't have any power down here. The Rolata controls the caves, and that's how it will stay.
I'm not sure what to say. That's pretty horrible.
Many things are horrible.
A
Still
lot of
they
things that
happen.
go on in Enderal is horrible, let's be honest.
Enderal's just bad.
Enderal's a shit show.
Yeah. Yet you're a voice of the father and intend to kill him. So you're some kind of, what, infiltrator?
Correct. And let's put it this way. I came to realize that no matter how much I cursed and cried, nobody would come to my help. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. I taught myself how to survive, and how to fight. And years later, entered the dust pit for the first time. One of the voices saw how well I could fight, and offered me to study the Relas.
Relas?
Their codex, their holy scripture, written by the father himself. I shaved my head and became a scion, the lowest rank.
And how long ago was that, your initiation?
8 years ago.
What, nobody recognized you? Not even the father?
The father doesn't bother with most Relay, especially not with the Scions. Also, when they discarded me, I was still a child. Now, I'm a man.
No,
You're something, alright.
No!
So
Shots
you're-
fired.
So you're out for revenge.
Revenge? Yes. I want this monster to pay for what he did to me and the others. And I want to make sure that it will never hurt anyone again. Ever. One of the core beliefs of the Relata concerns the Day of Transcendence. It's the day when every Relame who's ever proven him or herself worthy leaves their body to continue existing as an immortal, immaterial being. And they also believe that this day is imminent, since the Father found a way to achieve transcendence for himself and for his lambs. In the weeks to come, it will set out an expedition to the Frostcliff Mountains. Since this expedition will be an extremely dangerous undertaking, he will bring along almost a dozen of the best mercenaries available. You will be one of them, and together, we will kill the Father.
Hold on. Skip to a more. Wait, so you're telling me all this is just because you saw me fight?
I'm telling you this because I need someone who knows how to kill. Better than the usual cutthroat you find down here. And you seem to be that someone. Also, there's something about you. I can't say what, but I feel as though you're the right person for the job. Let's leave it at
This
that.
ain't creepy at all.
Yeah.
Because you already don't have a body.
So what's stopping me?
Touch me?
What?
Nothing. Go on.
No. Please talk.
I had nothing. I was bouncing off what Uni said. It was literally nothing.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, I'm not mad or anything. Literally, it was one word. I even already forgot it.
So what's stopping me from telling the Rolata that you're a traitor?
Well, let's put it this way. I took precautions. If you don't have the guts to help me, your choice, but... believe me, if you do try to backstab me, you'll regret it.
Oh no. I will find you. And I will end you.
So
Ooh,
what
scared.
kind of expedition? Because I'm fairly certain I could beat your ass into a pulp.
Well, the Relata spent the last 2 years excavating an old temple that apparently was lost in the glacier for centuries. Now,
What's a
according to the
glacier?
father, this is where we'll find the key to achieve transcendence, but that's about all I know.
Okay, well... How can we convince the father to hire me as a mercenary then?
By doing something that impresses him. As you can imagine, the Relata already has its stock of sellswords they rely on. But if we do something that impresses the father or the first seer, it might be enough to convince him to hire you. Look, I know how shaky it sounds, but it's our best bet. So, are you with me or not?
Yeah, I'll help. If what you say about the father is true, he needs to face justice.
Absolutely. Meet me at the Wailing Tree, 2 hours from now.
Okay.
Here. This will help you get back to the Undercity in case you need to return to the surface before our meeting. Stay safe.
And off he goes. And he gets his teleport scrolls.
Hey.
So yeah, let's go. We're gonna go, I think, back up top real quick though, cause it's time to get out my stuff out of the box. My stuff I put together.
If your religion includes the word transcendence and it's not Buddhism, you should probably leave.
Yes, you probably should. But as you'll discover, the Relata are interesting as people.
I have theories on what the father is and what he looks like.
Oh, okay. What do you think the father looks like? Tell me now.
He might look like Daddy.
Like who?
Nope.
Repeat that? He looks like what?
Daddy.
Daddy? Oh, you think he'll look like Daddy? Okay. Okay, that's a good choice.
I am not okay with that.
I love that.
I'm not telling him shit, by the way. That's the most neutral.
I love how you say that.
Daddy. Or like I'm a 3-year-old.
Yes.
That's the exact tone I'm going for. Like I'm a
music.
Daddy. Oh, because that's the last thing, you'd refer to Stab Daddy as. Because he's just kind of fucking spooky.
Yeah.
So let's get some clothes out of the box before we go meet with our new friend Tharael. The butthead.
The butthead? Is his head actually shaped like the butt?
No, but it's bald and it's naked and it's sticking out. And
It's not a shiny bald head like Cardinal Thorn.
No. He doesn't have the time to maintain his head in such a way that you could read the future from his head. Blah, 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 blah.
Shameful. Shameful.
I agree, it's very shameful. Let's get those out. Okay, yeah, those are all we need. Let me throw all the rest in after I put these on.
Downright shaggy.
Downright shaggy?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Uni.
For being a bald person.
Oh yeah, he's like got like the fuzz like growing back in, like that's what's going on with his look. Do I have everything? Great, I do. Let's go throw the rest of this in the fucking box that I don't need and do some more. No, not that one. That one stays with
So
me.
he had to shave his head 8 years ago when he became.
They have to consistently
ranking
shave their
Relata.
heads.
Okay.
I'm guessing. They have to consistently do it. Oh, let's get our edgy look on. Our super edgies. Let's get our edgies on. Because I was like, oh yes, let's make this look edgy and stuff. And so, come on, will it pop up? There it is! I got some face paint. Very edgy.
Ooh.
Oh.
To join,
well, look at you, Braveheart.
Yeah, I know. Very, time to join Edgy Club. There's my sword.
Should I throw pizza cutters at you?
Yeah. Actually, yes. Throw your pizza cutters
Do
at
it.
me. I gotta feel that edge. This,
Feel the edge, but no.
Only without the point.
It's okay, we feel very edgy. We watched our little brother figure die. We adopted him within a span of a day, and then he broke our hearts by doing that thing called dying.
Damn it.
Fucker.
How dare he die?
So rude! All my friends ditched me, and the little boy died.
And then our last friend ended up having to leave.
No, I already said that. Our friends ditched us. Oh, no, you're talking about Esme, our only other real friend.
And you're supposed to be a mercenary, or you're supposed to be disguised as a Verlata?
Mercenary.
Okay,
We're not
so you don't have
allowed.
to be bald.
No, and I mentioned something in the spoilers channel. Mayor might remember.
What would Nara look like bald?
Huh?
What would Nara look like bald?
I don't know. I don't even know what Mayor looks like normally. Also, where'd that route
No,
lie?
Nara.
Nara? Bald? Oh, terrifying. Here, hold on. Here, I'll turn it on really quick.
I was about to say, very terrifying.
Why can't you hear the words I'm saying?
Listen, I don't pay attention very often. Like, my brain is usually too tired to care is the issue.
Is my mic too far away, or what's up?
No, you have problems enunciating in my
No,
opinion.
I also heard Mare.
Yeah, I heard Mayor.
Yeah, I heard
There you
Mayor.
go. That's what she looks like bald.
Oh.
Just like that.
Oh.
It's not a great look.
I mean,
You look
but it's
kind
not
of.
terrible.
You look kind of like Verse, which is weird because Verse has a mohawk.
Yeah, she's got that kind of versy feel. There you go. Anyway, let's take our pretty blue colors. I think I went to the wrong fucking thing because I teleported over to the end that has access to the corpse pit because that's where we came out. But yeah, you'll notice I passed one else on the street. God fucking damn. I pointed them out vaguely before, but the Relata are now the ones patrolling down here, and every single one of them are bald. They just all shave their heads.
Oh.
All of their hair is cut off. There is not a single one that goes against that uniform policy.
How does Verse maintain her mohawk? It's the Bronze Age.
Probably very carefully with a razor. Or her own fucking swords. To be honest, I imagine Verse would use a whole
No,
sword.
but like, how does she make it stick up like that? Is it blood? Probably blood.
It's probably blood. It's Verse.
Probably blood.
And how does she dye her hair red?
Or
Blood?
Oh, that's not blood. That's not blood. Did you not get the conversation about the bird that she fucking killed?
Oh, is that feathers?
Yeah, those are feathers. It's supposed to be feathers.
Oh, that's what the mohawk is. Okay, it does not look like feathers.
It doesn't. No, it's like really badly like drawn to be feathers. It looks more like hair, but it's supposed to be
Yeah,
the
it looks like
red.
hair.
The red and like kind of faint purples in it are supposed to be the feathers from that fucking bird she wringed the neck of after her mother died.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had there's a very annoying parrot or something that her mother kept, and when Verse killed her mom, she also killed the parrot.
Yeah, her mom like kept the bird, and like the bird got everything the best and would always attack her. So as soon as she had free reign to kill that bird, she fucking killed that bird.
Holy
Imagine
shit.
the claw mark on her face is just from the bird.
You know what? That would be hilarious. It's like, oh wow, that looks like that came from something terrifying. She's like, yeah, but on the inside she knows it was that damn bird. God, she hated that bird.
No, Beavers
Burn
isn't
in
all edge
passion.
and no point. She loves murdering people.
She does. She loves murdering people.
That's her point.
Yeah. She's a big stabber. She's also, like, her humanizing thing, like, kind of comes up where it's just very clear that's like, hey, yeah, when I like people, I really like people. Like, romantically. Not, like, over-the-top, super hopelessly romantic, but, like, in the sense that she feels a bond. And she kind
Just said
of
that I have to
gets warmer.
fucking download a DLC just to make her like me.
You have to get a download of DLC to get her to be your girlfriend, kind of. Not really.
I don't want to do it.
I put it up before, I think.
I feel like Dominic would, get her approval pretty quickly.
Yeah. Anyway.
But no, need DLC.
Yeah. So what's the story behind that tree?
Tree? Oh, yeah, sure. The people down here call it the Weeping Tree. They believe that the Black Guardian, once a year, fulfills one of the wishes they write onto these notes. Superstitious nonsense, of course. They might as well send their wishes to the Blue Island Coalition.
Oh. Well, you seem so edgy, I'm just gonna say I see.
By the way, ready to set out?
Let's not say anything, because you might stab me, sir. So you're not wearing the garments of Rolata, how come?
What do you think? Because we don't want to draw any attention. If somebody sees me walking around with you, it won't be the end of the world, but I don't want to cause unnecessary problems.
Oh, okay, fine, we're ready. What's the plan?
First, a question. Have you ever heard of the Night of the Blind Daughters?
No.
A massacre that took place 20 years ago. It was at the farmer's coast.
God, my
around
hand is
midsummer.
falling asleep.
The farmers had just put out the
Pins
lights
and
after a
needles
long
or
day's work.
sandbag?
Suddenly, shrouded figures showed up out of
pins and
nowhere,
needles.
with steel masks covering their faces. They broke into the houses and killed anybody who dared to stand in their way. While they merely wreaked havoc on most of the farms, any family with a daughter between 12 and 16 winters was less lucky. All in all, these masked people took 10 daughters that night and carried them away. They were found 1 week later. They lay on the Penny Road, mutilated with their eyes sewn shut. One girl each mile.
Ooh.
The guard didn't intervene at all?
They tried, but the few farm boys who were there in time stood no chance. These masked attackers were assassins, as deadly as the petrified and as brutal as lost ones.
But why?
To this very day, no one knows. However, there are theories. Do the names the Black Libra and J.L. Tannerson ring a bell? The Butcher of Ark.
So for the sake of everybody else who, hasn't read the very, very long Butcher Burke thing, he's gonna summarize this when I go, not really?
He was a serial killer who ravaged this city decades ago. Thing is, in this book he left behind, Tannerson claims to have been part of a cult called the Black Libra. Even nowadays there are still scholars that deny its existence. But according to Tannerson, they see themselves as some kind of counterbalancing power. They make sure that malice and sin, they don't gain the upper hand in this world, and that the scales of good and evil thus stay in balance.
Cat on the lap.
That's why they murdered those girls? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, this is
That
where it gets
really
bizarre.
doesn't.
Normally, the Libra only kills people who have already sinned. Tyrants, rapists, murderers, and so on. Which is also why the attack on the farmer's coast didn't make any sense, and still doesn't for most people today. However, the father has a theory.
So he's, like, an expert on the Black Libra, too?
Well, he does have an avid interest in them. Let's put it this way. He has dug up every little bit of information that there is. But we'll come to that later.
So what's his theory then? Why did the Black Libra murder those girls?
According to the father, the Black Libra chooses their sinners through the dreams of some kind of holy child. The dreams are interpreted by the Libra's priests who extract the names and faces of evildoers from them.
Okay.
However, the child doesn't just see people who have already sinned.
she also sees evil in its inception. Thus, the Libra might decide to kill a boy before he becomes a tyrant, or a girl before she gives birth to a murderer. I know, it sounds insane, but that's what it is. But apparently the Libra fully believes in this principle. The child is omniscient.
So... those girls had to die because Libra believed they would give birth to murderers?
So it would seem. Though according to the father, they wouldn't have just been ordinary murderers, but emissaries of the end. Whatever that may mean.
What a pile of horseshit. They killed 10 innocent girls and believe they're doing good?
Yes.
And just how does this relate to the Relata?
Simple. The father believes that the Black Libra knows the secret to transcendence. This is why he's been studying Tennyson's books like a madman. Especially one in particular, in which he describes the initiation ritual he underwent to become one of their assassins. And I also think that this temple in the Frostcliff Mountains is somehow related to the Libra. Long story short, apparently the pages of Tennyson's original manuscript describing the initiation ritual in detail were forcefully torn out, and the father wants to find them.
And you want me to find them, right?
Right. And I happen to know the only person who might be able to tell us their whereabouts. A man named Collian.
Who's that?
He was also an assassin of the Libra, and Tennyson's mentor. In other words, an unscrupulous piece of shit that did nothing but murder people for decades, guilty, the innocent alike. According to the father, he was also the one who orchestrated the Night of the Blind Daughters. However, that massacre seems to have been too much even for his rotten conscience to bear, because he left the Libra shortly thereafter. He took on a new identity. He's been living as a beggar in the Undercity ever since. I saw him once. It's no wonder that nobody knows what kind of monster he is. He's gone completely insane. Drinks away every penny he gets his hands on.
If Colleen left the Libra after these events, do you think there's any relation?
Maybe, yes.
And how do you know all this then?
I have my sources. Let's leave it at that.
I see. So you want me to find this Colleen and get him to tell me whereabouts of the lost pages?
Exactly. If we bring them to the First Seer and I tell him how I couldn't have done it without you, he might consider hiring you for the expedition. That's the plan.
Are you Liam
Not the best
O'Brien?
one, certainly, but
He is not.
all we're getting.
It's the same guy that voices Sirius, actually, your buddy at the start.
Oh.
And what if he doesn't hire me?
Then we'll need to improvise. Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Alright, where do we find Colleen?
He currently lives in the communes. That is, if he isn't in some whore's bed in the Silver Cloud right now or getting hammered in the False Dark. I'll let you do the talking. It's unlikely that the First Seer will find out, but the more you actually help me on this mission, the more convincing our little story will be. And one more thing. Don't go easy on that scum. He might seem harmless now, but remember what he's done. And remember that those 10 mutilated girls on the Penny Road are just one more page in this man's book of sins.
Understood?
Okay, let's go. I'll give a herd safe now. Follow him down.
You know, there's something about him that doesn't seem quite right.
Oh, good! What is the thing that doesn't seem quite right to you?
That, like, he's talking, like, badly about, of course, these people that were, like, killing people innocently, like, words, my words aren't working. Killing innocent people, potentially. But, like, there's something about the way he... There's something about the way he words things that just doesn't sit right, like...
Oh no, he's a big giant fucking dick.
Like...
Biggest dickus.
And he's probably also a huge murderer, considering he lives in the Undercity.
He's with the Rolata. He's a huge murderer himself. He's one of the biggest murderers.
Cat.
He's part of the organization that shakes people down, and if they don't pay up, which is very, very hard in the Undercity, they come and kill them.
Is this the bald guy from the
what?
The pit.
Yeah, this is the same guy.
Okay. I thought he wasn't part of the Rolata.
He's the same boy that was trying to break our game. That's why I keep calling him names.
Yeah, but I thought he said he wasn't part of the Rolata.
No, he did. He just he's part of them in that he wants to get in and kill the father because the father did things to him. Maybe.
Hey Nagi.
Please, just...
Nagi, that picture you put in NSFW isn't NSFW at all.
You're gonna have to tell her in text, because she had to hop out of...
God dang it.
Tell her in text, Ernie.
Don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy. Also, I cannot remember on my queue is the end of the session.
Well, look at that. Our friend has a visitor.
Ah, he's got a girly friend.
Get out of here.
What?
I said, get out of here. We need 10 minutes. Afterwards, you can fuck as many men as you want.
Of course, my lord. At once.
Nagi just flips Yuri in return, in retaliation. Listen.
Interesting.
You sure that's him?
Yes.
I got my fucking camera smashed in my body. Oh, why interesting?
Never mind. Look at him. Pissed like a rat. A miracle he could even get it up.
Do you want me to wake him?
I sure as fuck don't want you to cuddle with him. And again, never forget what this man did. It may look pathetic, but that doesn't change the fact that he orchestrated the murder of 10 girls.
I was laughing.
Innocent girls.
Clearly we should cuddle with him.
Like,
What?
Didn't the Night of Blind Daughters, didn't they also just, like, kill a bunch of other people besides the girls?
Yeah, anybody that got in their direct way.
Ah.
Otherwise, they just fucked with the farms and then killed those girls, snatched those girls, and then killed them. Anyway, let's talk to him.
Yeah, who are you? Nylock is tired. Nylock needs sleep.
Well, you're pushing me around. So, Nylock, you're Kalian.
Kalian? No. Kalian is dead. You're talking to Nylock, his shadow. Why do you ask? Who are you?
Shut the fuck up, I'm the one asking the fucking questions.
Oh, of course. Nylock understands.
This is the holdup.
You remind him of Kalian.
I was about to say, I am your maker, your time is...
So much anger in you, so much hatred. Kalian knew this feeling too well.
I am the bear god.
Anger, this cold, rotten wrath. And then the dream came and showed him his calling. But he was so blind, he didn't see where the road led him. Only when those little flowers' corpses lay dead in the dust did he see what he had done, what he had become. Now Kalian has been punished. He's dead, and Nylock deserves to suffer for eternity.
Oh, it's Nylock. It's Kalian backwards. I get it.
Yeah! You're babbling nonsense. How much did you drink?
How much? He doesn't remember. He always drinks when he has the coin for it. He sniffs, and sometimes, when the people are generous, he buys himself a night with Anna. They're the deeds of a coward, and he knows it. But the brandy, the dust, and Anna, they help him forget. Help him ease the pain.
So, it's true. You left Believer because you regretted what you'd done.
Regret? No, Kalian had regrets, yes, but Nylock isn't worthy of these feelings anymore. Regret is a pure feeling, as is absolution, but Nylock doesn't deserve purity. So he hates himself, hates his pathetic existence, hates himself for all the suffering his old skin brought upon the world.
According to Tannerson's biography, the Libra kills anyone that tries to desert. Why the fuck are you still alive?
I told you! Because Nylok buried his old skin. The Libra doesn't care about Nylok. Why should they? He's vermin.
Why did you do it? Why'd you order the murder of this girl?
Why? Because the decrees demanded it. And the decrees don't lie. They never did, and they never will.
So you actually still believe this nonsense, that those girls would have given birth to monsters?
Aren't you listening? The decrees don't lie. Those little flowers had to die, because if they had not, something terrible would have happened. Kalian knew, Nylok still knows, but still, it broke him. All their pain, their tears, their suffering, their screams. It was too much to bear, even for him.
But how do you know? How do you know those girls would have given birth to monsters?
The decrees never lie.
Bullshit!
I mean, the only thing that's concerning is the specific words that were mentioned, emissaries, which is, you know, what we're referred to as formally, with, like, Teeler and shit, and us, we're emissaries.
Mm-hmm.
So, either way, we're here for a reason. We're looking for the lost pages. Blah, 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 I can't tell.
Pages? Nylok doesn't know what you mean. Now please, go. Nylok is tired.
Bullshit!
And needs
We're
to
not
sleep.
leaving until we get him.
All right. Let me rephrase my friend's words. You stop playing confused oracle and fucking tell us what we want to know now. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll let you live. Are we clear?
But Nylok just...
Are we clear?
Okay, sword tie.
Yes, sir. Nylok understands. Please forgive him. So, the pages.
He said, I need
Yes,
to
of
make
course,
it
the pages. Nylok remembers. Kalian tore them from Tannerson's book before the world could see them.
Places, what's all this talk about Nylok and Clean? You are Clean!
No! I told you! So why are you not listening? Kalian is dead! Don't you understand? He's dead, and Nylok buried him! Oh, no, he's sorry. Please don't hurt him. He will not raise his voice again.
I feel kind of bad for this guy. Like,
completely insane. I'm guessing all this Nylok talk is a way for his brain to cope with the guilt. He's created a new persona without all the blood on his hands. That is, unless he's lying.
What? Why? Why should Nylok lie? What? Why? Why should Nylok lie?
Oh, thanks, game. How long have you lived down here?
How long? Years? Decades? He doesn't know. Kalian had a sense of time. Nylok doesn't.
Alright, well, fine. Show us where the pages are.
Yes, of course. But tell me, what do you want with them? You won't be able to read them.
What do you mean?
Why wouldn't we?
Because they're written in the language of the Libra. Even Kalian couldn't read a single word of them.
Then how was Tannerson able to write them?
Isn't it obvious? Because something else guided Tannerson's hand when he wrote them.
Oh, I don't care. You'll lead us to the place where you buried them, and you'll do it now.
Nylok doesn't have a choice, does he? All right, he will do as you demand. The pages, he buried them together with his old skin. He can show you the pages. But tell him, my dam, if he shows you the pages, could you... Well, Nylok is hungry, Nylok is thirsty, and he has no more coin.
Do you really think you're in a position to make demands? You're a God's cursed murderer, and you'll be lucky if we let you live.
But... Good. Nylok understands. And maybe you're right. You treat him like what he is. Vermin. Human waste. Come, follow.
like,
Yeah.
I pity this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is sad.
Hardcore.
Well, he tortured and murdered 10 women, so.
He did a lot worse too.
No,
He's
like-
part of a lot of murders.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I don't like.
Naylock has a question.
What?
Your face. You seem familiar. Are you certain that you have never met Naylock before?
How would I know? Maybe.
Okay.
Like, you could have just cut their heads off.
Huh.
I don't know why the mutilation had to happen.
Because the Lieber were fucking weird.
It doesn't matter how you kill
This is the
people.
way to the top end.
If they're dead, they can't have
Are you sure
babies.
that's where we're supposed to be going? I warn you.
But they were also
If this is a
there
trap.
as, like, symbolism.
It's not, my son. Naylock is vermin, but he knows when he has to obey. You can trust him.
I won't. But fine.
Another snob from the surface.
Go, Naylock, run! Run your little fucking old man legs.
Oh, little old man like.
He's pretty old looking. He's raggedy and old.
That is a weird bald spot he has.
Well, yeah, that's just generally one of the hairstyles. It's Space Skyrim. It's that freaky bald spot that stares at me.
It just likes to remind us that it's still Skyrim at its core.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta put the eyeball in the center of the head. Also, I would like to point out, he is actually
Right there, old man. Where do you think
covered
you're
in
going?
tattoos.
You're a
on
little
his,
too
like,
old
arms
for
and chest.
digging.
He belongs to us. We're acting under the Father's orders.
Brother Wrath, from ashes to blood.
He's just
From
covered in
blood to
them.
liberation. I didn't recognize you. Forgive me.
Also, yeah.
From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation. Let us throw.
Of course. Father's blessings.
Father's blessings.
I don't trust shady person.
Yes, of course.
No, it's just a random mook. But yeah, I hope you heard what Tharael's known as among the Rolata, Brother Wrath.
Well, he is very angry.
Yeah, he's definitely very angry. He's the kind of person you go, wow, man. He says, well, I'm not angry about it. And you go, wow, you sound mad about it. And he just fucking immediately throws you underneath the train tracks.
No, he seemed pretty he seemed pretty honest about how angry
No.
about the father.
Yeah, no. You're correct. He is openly mad. He big angry. Big anger. I think this is the area we need to go into. Let's hope this time I don't accidentally knock Tharael out.
This is where he buried the pages.
The deserted tunnels. We should be wary. There are a lot of lowlifes down here.
Oh, I know.
Look out!
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, there's a bunch of boys down here. Very angry boys. Nice thing is, Tharael's actually fucking useful. His weapons do some damage. I'm gonna kill this lady. Oh, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were a good man. I thought you were going
Fucking scum!
Oh, excuse me. Oh, lovely. Orbaya! And Tharael's knocked out.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, you've seen Orbaya. Come here, Tharael. Please attack it for me. Yeah, good job. You lost.
I know I've seen it before, it's just big.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He can't even fit through this door. Please go away. Okay, Tharael, you wanna get up, buddy?
Ah, my eyes.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah,
there you are.
Sam.
Come here, Tharael. It's okay. Yeah, Killian. Oh, Naylok. Sorry, Naylok. That's your name. I ran over here to hide.
There. Back there. That's where he buried his old skin. Please, my sir. You need to just take these last few steps alone. Naylok can't. He just can't.
Is this a trap?
What? No, of course not. It's just Naylok can't. Don't you understand? To see him after all this time. No, kill Naylok if you don't believe him, but he will stay.
Fine. You go on ahead.
Oh, okay then. I think.
What is his old skin?
Yep. But first, let's talk to Tharael. Let's get this out of here now. Can you spare a moment? There's something I wanted to ask.
What?
I'd like to know. Oh, never mind. Sorry, we'll find out about that later. He was shouting at us to do something that doesn't matter. I'd like to know more about the Relame and their faith.
Why?
Because you should know your enemy.
Fine. I can give you the essentials, but beyond that, I can't be bothered. Ask.
So what does it mean to become a Relame?
Above all else, to leave your old life behind you. All contact is buried, all bridges burned. Most Relame call themselves orphans even if they once had a family. In other words, if you conscribe yourself to the Relata, the Relas and its teachings are your new life, and the Relame your new family. Everything you do, everything you think, everything you dream, is subject to the goal of achieving transcendence. Liberation from the human body.
And how long has the Relata been around for?
Since the father founded it, 400 years ago.
Wait, the father is 400 years old?
Correct.
How is that possible? Not even an Eterna lives that long.
Nobody knows. But I would guess it had something to do with his experiments. All those children's corpses must have been good for something, don't you think?
So what are your duties as Relame, as voice especially?
This and that. Most of the time I'm busy reminding the residents of the Undercity to pay their shadow tax, and to make them feel the consequences if they don't.
What consequences?
Anything from a clout to the ear to a knife between the ribs.
So you want to kill the father for the good of the world, but you don't mind killing people for the Relata.
Alright, two things. First of all, I've killed no more than a handful of people for the Relata. And
I
they
only
weren't
killed a
poor
few
women
people.
with babes sucking at their teats, but scum, who knew the rules and thought they could play rebel. Believe me, it takes a lot for the Relata to order the death sentence for someone. They are criminals, yes, and they are led by a monster, but they are not stupid. If every misdemeanor were to be punished by decapitation, it wouldn't be long until there'd be a revolt in the Undercity. Secondly, nothing in life comes for free. If you think you can achieve something of relevance without compromising a part of yourself, then you're a fool.
Yeah,
The death
Tira.
of the father could be worth 100 dead cutthroats, and I'd put arrows into each of their chests if it would get me any closer to my goal.
Being a distance. How dare you!
That end justifies the means. That's what you're getting at, right?
Call it what you will.
Well, you've got a point. Let's
You can
not
trust
pick a
me on
fight
one
with
thing,
you.
though. Killing these people, it didn't come easy. And some of the things that I did to not lose my cover will haunt me to the grave. But you know what? Sad as it is, the world needs people like me. All these do-gooders who think they could fight evil without getting their hands dirty are self-righteous idiots. The monsters of this world, the murderers, the
Thanks, I
tyrants.
know.
You need to speak their language if you want to be a threat to them. Everything else is a delusion.
Alright, so the father's right, and the transcendence is imminent. Why not just wait for him and the Relata to disappear?
That's a bloody stupid question. Okay, let's assume for a moment that we don't intervene and kill the father on the expedition. There are 3 possible scenarios to how this visit to the room of paintings would go down. Number 1, it goes wrong and he and whoever follows him inside all die. This is the only case where you're right. Number 2, he succeeds and actually manages to separate his mind from his body. Then we'd have a spectral murderer floating through the world possessing powers we can't even begin to imagine. Number 3, the temple turns out to be a dead end and he returns to the Undercity. Then we might have missed the only chance to even get close enough to kill him. You get my point? It's too much of a risk to sit on our hands and hope scenario number 1 happens.
Okay, then, I think I have to tell.
Don't.
Oh, don't shout, he yells at, fucking the other guy, shouting.
Damn it, I can't remember the exact quote that I said. It was like, if you think you can make a, like, significant change in the world without sacrificing part of your, what was it?
Part of your, whatever, morals or whatever.
Yeah, without sacrificing some of your morals, and then you're an idiot.
I gotta move, it's on fire!
Just a scratch.
I almost lit myself up.
Skeleton. I'm not seeing anything. Let's look around.
Yeah, you're not seeing the skeleton because you're blind, Tharael, and you're lazy, and you don't want to fucking look around. You make me do all the work.
Terrible.
Awful.
Let's call Tharael over. Come here.
Let me see.
Come here, dweeb.
Hello, my lovely kitty. Ah!
Stabby.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you weren't there when I talked about what
Well, that looks promising. Then I guess
Barnabas
we need to
Thrain said. I have
Come
to
help me.
wait until the plot isn't happening to explain it to me.
Here we go. This must be it. Pretty big. What the blazes did he put in there? What's that smell?
Probably a dead body. I mean, this is my
Hey
bet.
kids, want to see a dead body?
Yeah, hey kids, want to see a dead body? Is exactly what's about to fucking go down, Tharael.
Really?
Oh no, you think that's a joke. There's a fucking dead body in there.
His old skin is actually his old skin.
Yeah. And I thought by I buried Kalian, he was speaking metaphorically.
You mean this body is... Nonsense. You want to know what I think? This is probably some poor sod that crossed this lunatic's path at the wrong time. So we put him right into the crate with the
I'm
pages.
a lovely cat.
Bloody
You're
son of
so
a whore.
lovely, my lovely cat.
Even if that's true, I had to go to the trouble of even burying him. You could have just left him here.
Oh, fuck if I know. We're talking about a man who murdered 10 girls in cold blood because his cult ordered him to do it. I think you'd be well advised to stop trying to apply logic to his thinking.
Great, there's no point in applying the logic to you either. Oh, anyway, either way, I think we found the pages.
Right you are. Come on. You take them.
Are you scared of touching the dead body, Tharael? Are you a coward? Are you a scared boy?
He absolutely.
It's like, yeah, there's a dead body in here. Yeah, that's nasty.
Got them? Alright.
What a win.
To Carlian.
Yeah, I stab people in the Undercity, but I won't take some pages next to a dead body. That's too gross for me.
Even though I've been surrounded by dead bodies my whole life since I'm in the fucking Undercity.
In
fact, he woke up among the bunch of dead bodies when he was a child.
I love those are the exact words we're both gonna say. Anyway.
Well, this makes me think that he might be like you.
You found what you were looking
A fleshless boy.
He can tell by your
And
eyes.
somehow we can actually shed our
found the pages and
skins.
something else. Whose corpse is in that chest?
What?
Delicious
But
skin
he
shedding.
told you, didn't he? It's Kalian. Naylok buried him.
So you're seriously trying to tell us that the corpse over there is your old self?
Yes. He said it before, didn't he? Kalian couldn't continue to live in this shell after what he did, so he shed it and gave birth to Naylok. And Naylok buried him, together with the memories.
You mean a literal birth? Alright, you've convinced me you've gone completely insane.
You don't believe him. You think Naylock is lying. But it's the truth. The simple truth. You two, more than anyone else, should understand.
Sure. Either way, we have what we wanted. And now it's time for you to pay for your crimes, Carlion. It's been long overdue.
What? But you said that you'd spare him if he'd show you the pages.
We said that we would think about it. And guess what? I did. You're a murderer, Carlion, and you've killed more people than I can count. Men, women, and children. And you know what? This whole act's about how remorseful you are.
No, baby kitty.
Yes, you drank your bloody brains into oblivion, but ultimately, the only one you truly pity is yourself.
What are you doing, Tharael? There's no need. We have the pages. Don't do this.
Shut up.
What good would killing him do? It won't bring his victims back to life.
What? And to you, that's all that matters. If we let him live, even as a stinking beggar, we spit on the graves of those 10 girls, as well as on everyone else this piece of shit has butchered. This is about justice. I thought you'd be bright enough to understand that.
You heard him.
You thought wrong.
He regrets what he did. This life is punishment enough.
It's not.
It is, though.
Your ears are gross.
Is this why you had to get him on your side?
Today's your lucky day.
No, there's something else later. But this was also part of it.
What?
Naylock remembers. By the name of the sun, you were in the refuge orphanage, you and your friend, Letho.
What do you know about the refuge?
Back then, before the flesh maggot plague, when Naylock was still strong, the Kyranian woman who ran the orphanage gave him work. Don't you remember? He carried crates, he cleaned the floor, he cooked.
That was you? Uncle Naylock?
Yes, that's what you called him, Uncle Naylock. By the Guardians, it's been so long, but he remembers it all now. You and your friend, you were inseparable. Until...
You're right. I do remember.
What?
You were there when they took us. Worse, you helped them. What did she pay you, that old cunt? Huh? Carrying crates? Selling children to the Rolada? All the same, isn't it?
No, what?
His mind's a
Naylock
little
doesn't
too twisted.
understand. He only...
Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Wait, you knew him?
Yeah. His face seemed familiar, but I just couldn't place him.
So he worked in the orphanage that you grew up in, the refuge?
Yeah. We called him Uncle Naylock. Shagun, the matron, gave him work as a gopher. He wasn't as much of a wreck back then. Can you believe it? A former serial killer working in an orphanage. Apparently the old cunt liked to surround herself with people as rotten as she was.
Huh, and who was this Letho Cullion mentioned?
It doesn't matter.
What's your favorite phrase? Doesn't matter. No, I won't answer that question. Fuck you! You think Cullion helped with the kidnappings?
I know it. He'd been there the night it happened. One of us, Wilma, she refused to go. She screamed and kicked. But Naylock held her, and one of the father's voices gave her a sleeping potion. That fucking piece of shit.
Didn't you agree to let him live, though?
I did. But that was before I knew the whole truth.
I think you need some anger management classes, my dude. Anyway, what now?
Well, as I said, we're done here. Next we need to bring the pages to the first seer, which will, hopefully, encourage him to consider you as a mercenary for the expedition. But we'll see. Before we do that, though, we need to discuss a couple of things. We cannot afford a single mistake if we want this to work. Meet me in my hideout tomorrow morning, alright? It's a small abandoned warehouse in the main cabin, right before the path up to the city. There's an old poster of the theater right next to the door. That's how you recognize it. The dark corners of our minds.
Why don't we just meet in the arena square? That would save me the hassle of searching for it.
Because the risk's a lot higher that somebody will see us.
Alright, fine.
Fair.
Until then.
And,
Which of us is the Undercity rat here? It's not you.
The bitch rat!
Alright. Anyway, B, it's not what I, like, personally think, because I'm not an actual villain, but it is what, like, Barnabas Thrain mentioned when he spoke with Lucy.
Yeah, kind of off screen.
Yeah, basically what he said regarding, like, Tira being like, what the fuck, why is this here, is that probably some fetchling came by, and he did use the word fetchling because he's insensitive, and you know, stopped by in Gaston Hall and then brought the disease with them accidentally, and that's why it ended up in the Shadow Plane, because Cardinal Thorn has no plans for Shadow Gaston Hall. As far as Thrain is concerned, he only cares about regular Talonguard in the material plane.
If Tara wants to question him, I mean, Lucy's probably gonna go back after they get back from the city of Brass to try to take the books to her child.
And the other thing that Thrain said was essentially like, what did Tira think? Did he think that he'd be able to just return home as a triumphant hero without having to, without there being any blood on his hands from his own homeland? And that's more or less his conceit on the matter. So he's not doing a very good job of exonerating himself, but he's also claiming that he didn't do it.
Yeah, Tara, you can come personally along, because he wasn't actually there. He was not on the material plane at the time, so he can physically come along for the next one when Lucy tries to go drop off those books. She's gonna try.
And
Okay,
optionally break his ankles or shoot his ankles.
Shoot his ankles,
Yes.
I feel like, is what's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or just cut his feet off.
He can't walk, he has no feet.
No! Gift
How are you
him...
supposed to be a librarian without feet?
No. I have a better idea. Gift him purple loafers.
At least once the freaking tent and the oh my gosh, words. I had the word from it, but now I can't freaking say it because I can't remember how to pronounce it.
What?
You know the little muscly strings that are like at the back of your feet?
Tendons?
Oh, the tendons?
The Achilles
tendons,
tendon?
yes. At least slice those off.
Oh, that's mean.
That's
Oh
very-
my god.
I mean, cutting off his feet is also
That's
yeah.
practically cutting off his feet,
Then
Mare.
again,
Like,
this
that's
party's-
how important those tendons are.
Everybody be, but the point is, though, this party is supposed to be pretty nasty.
Yeah.
I like the new armor, by the way.
That's why.
The new armor? Yeah, I told you, this one's nice. I like it.
It looks nice in the daylight, I just couldn't see it before.
Yeah, I know.
It's so fucking dark.
But yeah, no, I mashed this together, so I was like, I'm gonna make another set for, you know, the fact that Forgotten Stories came
Well,
out.
unfortunately, Thrain goes around in matron robes, which wouldn't look terrible with purple loafers, because it's all, like, blue and silver. Yeah. Blue and purple is better than white and purple.
It could be bad, it could be red and purple. Anyway, I have to wait a day, so that's why I'm at my barn.
Oh.
I have to wait until like 5 a.m. tomorrow to go see fucking Tharael in his hole.
Red like black.
Asmodee and reds.
Yeah. With black little detailing and whatnot.
And gold and shit, and then you get those bright purple loafers in there. For that extra touch.
Metallic purple loafers.
You're so right, metallic purple. Okay, that's just a little bit longer.
I mean, he probably suffers every day wearing those matron robes, considering Asmodean is, like, the complete opposite color palette.
Yeah, well.
Lealda finds
It's like
offense
black
that there's
and
anything wrong
red and
with
gold.
purple with red and black.
Lucy internally thinks that, You know, he suffers every day with the face creepy as that, but... Those are words she would never say out loud.
I mean, she would not be wrong, though.
Oh no, she's not wrong. He's a creepy looking fucking creep. It's the one time the fact that guy really has a hard time drawing people really works out.
Yeah.
Come here, Daniel. Give Uncle Barnabas a kiss.
No thanks!
Oh,
no! I'm dead!
No!
See,
No!
fucking Daniel's
No!
just like fiddling with his hands and like tries
I
to
need
hide.
an adult.
He just tries to hide.
Bad
He doesn't
touch.
say words, he just does things.
I am an adult.
Bad touch.
Daniel just goes into a corner and sits there. Just to
Stays
hide.
quiet.
That's what he does. He don't talk a
Poor
lot.
boy.
He says very little in words. Anyway, Tharael's
you
not.
are.
Oh, there he is.
I was beginning to wonder whether you got cold feet.
I forgot. This is the time you're posed up here. I thought this was a different time. I'm sorry, my dear.
Oh, hey, it's the pose that the person uses in the Skyrim.
Yeah. Wouldn't a hideout?
Astrid.
Why wouldn't a hideout? Wouldn't a hideout out of town been safer?
What? No, on the contrary. Even though us voices have a lot of privileges within the Relata, we're still under constant observation, just like the Scions and the Acolytes. If I were to leave town without any reason, that would raise more suspicion than just dropping off the grid for a couple of hours down here.
What now? Will you take me to this first seer?
Well, that's the plan. But as I said, we will have to discuss a couple of things first. And please listen carefully, even if it sounds boring. If we blow our cover, then it will not just be the end of our plan, but also the end of the two of us. So, the Relata has a holy scripture called the Relas, or the Book Out of the Ashes. Its verses are the commandments of every Relaim.
And how does that affect me?
It affects you because there are a couple of rules that you have to abide by once we're inside the temple. To infringe them is a crude sign of disrespect, and no mercenary who values his life would do that. In other words, if we want nobody to get wind of our plan, you'll need to fit in. Number 1, never talk to an acolyte, or voice, or seer if they don't address you first. As a mercenary, you're at the bottom of the hierarchy, on one level with the Scions.
Fair enough, and how do I recognize the ranks?
By their garments. Scions wear plain robes, and sometimes hoods.
Nice hat.
Acolytes
Yeah,
wear
they
the
just
purple
tore these
robes
roots
of the
on me.
Relata with their distinctive sun pattern. Seers wear similar robes, only more ornate. Voices wear the same armor that I wear. Rule number 2, wear this, or a helmet, whenever you enter the temple. The Relata detests the display of the body, as all corporeality. Nobody will attack you if you enter the temple unveiled, but it will make people suspicious.
What if you have a good
Finally,
butt?
Rule number 3.
Nope, you gotta be covered up. They
Do
hate
not
the body.
openly talk about
The body is
father.
disgusting to them.
It's considered blasphemy. You most likely won't see him before the expedition anyways. There are a lame down there that have been committed to the Relas for 20 years now,
You have
and
to be
never saw
extremely
him in person.
prudent.
What's the Relata's problem with a human body? I'm
What are-
hot.
It binds us to
What
the
are they,
physical
Pat?
plane.
Remind binds us to the physical plane.
Yeah, that's all. That's the explanation. They hate being bound to the physical plane, so they hate the body. So why is it blasphemy to talk about the father?
How would I know? It's a rule. And we all know
I
how
don't know,
much
it's just a
religious
rule.
people love following rules without questioning them. I'm sure the father had his reasons.
And did you ever see the father in person?
I guess I saw him more than once as he experimented on my body as a child. But if you're referring to my time at the Relata, yes, I have.
So, what's he like?
Different. A lot more different from how you would probably picture him.
Alright,
Oh, dear.
anything else?
Yeah, one more thing. In case the first seer asks, you contacted me, not the other way around. You heard the rumor that the father is looking for the lost pages, and a man named Rezio Daran gave you the tip about Carlian. You then contacted me and the false dog, and we went to get the pages together. Either way,
The fuck
enough of
name
the
is the
talking.
false dog?
I
It's the
informed the
name of
first
the
seer
bar
of
down here.
any sleeper.
Yeah,
who will be
but
tested by another voice in front
Don't.
of the
why?
Question it. Don't. Just don't question it.
Sleeper?
A person who hasn't seen the truth yet. In other words, Everybody who's not a lame.
Okay, let's go.
Follow me.
Okay, I have to go AFK for a second because I'm gonna die if I do not. So give me a hot second.
Okay.
Safe. Okay.
Don't die.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I spontaneously decided I was hungry, so I now had to get food.
So we should try to not distract you so you don't mess up on any interactions, right?
No, please distract me. It's fine.
Okay. Darn. I was going to distract you.
What conversation are you trying to have? Tell me. I want to have it now.
Huh?
Please.
No, I mean, I was going to distract you so that you would accidentally talk to the wrong person or something and then get murdered. For fun.
You don't get murdered.
That's
All
right.
you do is raise this hidden internal suspicion number, which I won't tell you what that does until it comes into play.
Oh, okay.
But also I would like to inform you, the whole don't ask questions thing. Yeah, don't ask the questions because you're not even gonna bother getting the actual answers. They're gonna answer basically how Tharael likes to answer, which is it doesn't matter. Or at least it doesn't matter to you specifically.
Yeah, so pretty much fuck
Yeah.
off.
So
You're not going to transcend the flesh. Your flesh is too hot. Also, you don't have flesh.
My flesh is beautiful and fake as fuck. I feel like that should be our quote for the channel this time.
No, I was going to say it's all your fault, Jespar. You weren't even here this episode.
I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Look at the queue really quick. I'm sorry, I have to alt tab just briefly. I'm gonna look at the queue for the quest. I think this is the last one we're supposed to actually do for the night, but I might jump past it because this quest isn't super duper long.
I was about to say, it shouldn't be that much longer on this part
Hold
of the quest.
No. Hold on. Look at this. It's yeah, okay. One more after this is that one. And I can't remember what the next one is.
Oh shit.
Well, let's see.
Unless this ends when we get in there, and that's when we pick up the other part that I'm thinking of, and that's the other quest, in which case we might do the next one after that. But you'd be right, there'd be no Jespar in this episode.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you?
It's all your fault, Jespar. Why weren't you here? Oh, wait, you were sad, drunk, and cried. And drug. He drugged.
Dad told me that's
He very drugged, and he ditched us, like everybody else.
He drug in the river. He's got one of those, you know how the little blow up pool that
Oh
things?
my god.
Like he's floating around in the river.
Can it be one of the unicorn ones?
Yes!
Please!
Absolutely. That's the mental image we all need.
Like the really, really big ones at Sam's Clubs.
Yes! Also, Uni changed the thing to it's all your fault to spar. You weren't even here this week.
Yep.
God damn it.
You okay there, Ray?
I'm fine. I just keep getting my ass kicked.
Need any help?
I would appreciate help, yes.
Alright.
Our first traumatic story arc with no Jespar involved anywhere in it.
You just wait and see.
Tharael, are you stuck?
All these centuries.
Entirely
There you go.
possible. I've been stuck before.
Tharael, you gotta lead the way, my dude. I'm the lost little baby. I don't know. It's not like this house has a lot of Shara right outside the fucking door. You guys are so obvious. Your clubhouse is terrible.
Clark is a baby stabby. V is asking, what are you getting beat by? Ray.
Kobolds.
Almost there.
Oh, you're getting into that? Okay.
No,
okay.
I'm not getting into that part. I'm doing the rogue story quest.
Ah, okay.
Then yeah, that would be a problem, I guess.
Yeah.
And I need to kill 3 of them that just spontaneously pop up. But I can only ever get to 2, and I almost get the 3rd, but they whittle me down too quickly.
Are you using food?
Yes, I am, but it doesn't recharge fast enough.
Ooh.
Yes.
Are you using potions?
Bloodbath, says V.
I am using potions.
From ashes to blood. From
I
blood
don't
to
have too much
liberation.
in way of food.
Is this the sleeper?
Yes.
I'll be there shortly,
knows the
and I'll
rules.
in the
Of course.
Ted spell should help
Good.
some.
Hold still.
Well, some
V saying just triggered bloodbath.
Trigger bloodbath. I don't have that.
What are you doing?
Interesting. You may enter.
Thank you, brother.
Father's blessings.
Like, I try to go in and hide so that way, I can maybe stab one in the back, but no, as soon as I enter the field, it...
All of them,
Visibility.
you at once.
He wants to know what level you are.
Well, that was strange.
I just turned 25.
Where'd that guy go?
So this is the second time somebody's called you Brother Wrath. Why is that?
Ah, right. The short version. Once you devote your life to the Relas, you need to take on a new name. The name of your biggest vice.
Well,
in
I'm
your
about
life
to go
before
to
the awakening.
right outside the
Relaine
lower
always call each
Nanoskia
other by their new
gate.
names, but we voices often use our dead names in the outside world.
Do you know the dead names of the other Relaine?
Hardly. Most people don't like talking about their lives before the Relata.
Okay, so I understand though how wrath is a vice, but why sorrow?
Every emotion
This is an
a
interesting name.
weakness. Joy, greed, lust, scorn. According to the Relas, everything that is human is another obstacle on the way to transcendence.
How so?
This man, he wasn't
Was
just
this
any
odd?
voice. He was the father's right hand, Brother Sorrow.
He talked strangely.
I know. He's always been like that. But don't underestimate him. This man is a monster. I once saw him fight 4 thugs at once who thought it was a good idea to rob a voice of the father. He decapitated one of them, broke another one's face, and cut down the remaining 2 with
Well,
a
if you're
single
up,
swing
I'm
of his
about
sword.
to, head up. I don't know where you're at.
I'm over at the Aether 8 Plaza.
Why would the father send
Lenza.
his right-hand man to retrieve me?
Good question.
I'm just going around in
just stay on
circles
our
on my
guard.
chocobo.
Alright then, let's go.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for moving finally, Tharael.
I'm king of the rock. I'm gonna start calling it Aether to piss you off, V. Why is V mad? Why he
Because I
has to be
mispronounced the
mad?
word.
Yeah,
How?
it's right.
I actually do. I just haven't played in a while.
To Rolata land.
I literally do not have the internet to play. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I would concede to that. Because you do need internet to be able to play the game. And a strong
And money.
And money. And a strong internet connection. And a
God,
strong
yeah.
enough computer. And
Oh, my computer runs it fine.
They will never understand, brother.
My computer runs it just fine.
Hello, pretty kitty.
It's the internet that's the issue.
They were.
Oh, cat smell.
Alain now, and transcendence is near. So we are the only planet we need. So just burn these letters, meditate, and perform your duties. Now isn't the time to stray from the Valos.
I'm like right in front of Limsa.
First seer. From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation.
Ah, Brother Wrath. Is this our visitor?
Yes, First Seer. She helped me find the lost pages.
Interesting. Show me.
Here.
Interesting. Tell me, how did you know that the Father is looking for these?
From one of my contacts was you to Ryan.
I see. And how did you meet Brother Wrath? Also through your contact?
Right here. Oh, you're in the middle part.
We met in the False Dog. Somebody told me that this is where you go to hire your mercenaries.
I'm in
It is
lower.
Indeed. Well then.
Okay.
I am Brother Longing, or to you, the First Seer. I assume Brother Wrath promised you a reward for these.
I have 300 pennies.
Good. Then go up to the tower and talk to Sister
Yeah,
Envy.
I'll meet you partway
She will
there.
pay you. Brother Wrath, will you escort our guest back outside?
If that is your wish, then yes, First Seer.
What do you mean by that?
I was thinking... irrelevant. Father's blessings, First Seer. Thank you for your time.
Speak.
Well, the expedition. You said that the Father ordered you to find capable mercenaries. Treasure hunters.
I understand. You think she'd be a fitting candidate?
Don't say anything, just say nothing. Just look at the
I fail
crowd.
to see any magical talent in her, however. Why do you think she could be of use to us?
Are you stupid?
We have enough leg breakers already.
A super magical
I
bitch!
was about to say, are you
Seer.
freaking
I'm sorry.
magic blind or something?
Fine,
We haven't
Maybe he
seen-
has a condition. You don't know. Maybe he is magic
You
blind.
seem to be more capable than the scum that usually runs the Undercity's alleys. However, before I recommend you to the Father, I want you to prove yourself. Brother Greed.
Oops. There he is.
Sister Pride. Is she still in the Light Grove?
Not.
Hello, my little kitty baby.
Good. Then escort this woman into the Dark Valley. I want you to kill someone for us. Sister Pride. A voice who has betrayed us. Bring me her heart, and I'll consider recommending you to the Father. An expedition will be taking place soon, and we are still looking for capable mercenaries.
Do you really need a heart? Can I just get like a finger?
I can't
The
remember.
pinky toe.
Okay. You want me to bring her her heart, and I'm guessing you're not speaking metaphorically.
I believe my instructions were quite clear.
Just
remember-
making sure. Fair enough, and the Sister Bride is hiding in the Dark Valley.
Correct. She fled into a cave, probably hoping that we wouldn't find her there. Brother Greed will show you the way. Good luck.
I'm sorry, kitty.
Brother Wrath will stay.
I am by the iron mines.
The mines? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, brother Greed.
Alright.
My silent friend.
Need to figure out. Okay, now I need to.
Brother Greed eyes you
remember
warily. His
where
head slightly cocked
the
aside, as
mines
if asking
are.
a silent question. Let's not quip. You don't talk much, do you? So, alright then, let's go. He just makes a hand gesture saying, yeah.
Well, to be more accurate, I believe there is a fate on the upper part of the mines. I'm around there.
Okay. Come on, Juggalo.
Did he just teleport without us?
No, it's supposed to teleport us in a second. There we go. The game hesitating.
I was gonna say, did he just leave us to for ourselves?
Yeah, walk there yourself. I don't care about you.
There's something that stinks in this whole quest line, but I'm not quite sure what it is that stinks.
Just can't put your finger on it, huh?
Like,
maybe it's all the dead bodies.
Maybe it's all the shady people.
Like there's
Yeah, there's
something
a lot of
off
shady people.
about it, but this all of this is just so strange that I'm not sure what's the off thing about any of it.
That's the point. It's all very, very odd. And it gets on. So put on my clothes now. We're not in your stupid temple. So hold on, Brother Greed. I gotta get dressed. I hope you don't mind.
Western, Eastern. Yeah, other way around.
Sorry, excuse me. I
got
know you have to
myself
see
turned
my
around.
terrifying white legs. Okay, I'm done glowing in the dark.
Oh god.
So Brother Greed passes us a note.
Is he mute?
Yes, he is mute. I don't know if I got the note yet. There it goes. Sorry, Brother Greed's note. Brother Greed is very mute. So we believe that Nessa is hiding in a small cave west of here, Light Grove. Go there, kill her, and then come back to me. I'll wait here. And he is gonna wait here. He's just gonna find this like nice tree or rock to lean against, and he's gonna stay there until you come back.
You picking the tree or the rock? He's picked the tree.
Pick the tree. He's the tree boy. Oh, whoops! I forgot. I haven't been up here in a while, so you guys all respawn.
Okay, let's do this.
There you are.
Or at
Well,
least
you're
I'm
in the
getting
area,
there.
anyways.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Maybe this way?
Oh.
So let's see if I can remember where Sister Pride's notes all are, where I have to go, where she's at.
She left
There
a
you
trail.
are.
Yeah, she's all these notes scattered around this area that tell her story.
Hi.
And she reads them herself for us, so...
So, where is it that you need to go?
I don't have to
not
read.
too far from here.
I should find them. I can't remember where they all are. Where are you? Where's my thinking?
Oh, Chunky.
Chunky?
Chunky.
Whenever a scene like first loads
Up here,
in,
off-road.
it's like chunky for like a minute.
Off-road.
Like it's good now, but like everything was like big squares.
This way.
Oh yeah, it's because
Gotcha.
it's the computer going, well, okay, everything's loading in.
Alright.
Yep.
Back to the right hotbar.
Oh, whoops, that's the wrong button. That's...
I was just like, oh
There you go.
damn, this
That'll
is a
help.
big chunk.
Mm-hmm.
They're over here, the ones I need to get.
Lucky.
Was it lucky? Yeah, it was. I can't name. I'm really bad. Eric's everywhere! I'm really bad at aiming, like I said. That wasn't a joke.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was literally all I needed. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Let's see if I can find her notes. I know one's on that altar. I don't know if it's even the first one. I cannot remember where all the rest are. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them.
tunnel.
Just a...
Here in the making.
16th of the Conquering. 8233. I'm going crazy.
Be done.
I'm going crazy and they all know. They know, but they act like they don't.
Okay.
But what can I do?
So...
It's not my fault. I didn't
Yeah.
want it to be this way.
There you go. That's the accent I tried to do for Glimmer.
I need to think. Think and pray. It will get better. It will.
There you go. That's a better example of Glimmer's accent than I
Yes.
can do.
Imagining hundreds of notes like that scattered around a room.
God.
Let's see.
Just a room covered in notes like that.
Peace.
You all read them in Glimmer's voice.
She made a nest out of them.
Listen, she's a rat. She's got to build a comfy little nest home. So, Sister Pride is actually through this water, but we're going to get all of her notes first if I can, because they're scattered around here. And I know one of them's also way up top, so I have to kill all these men. Also, I have to pick something up before I forget.
Oof.
Okay, so, Ray? With your, main story quest, when you get the title of, Into the Beast Small, let me and V know, okay?
I will.
Thank you.
I must take it with me. Anyway,
Well, thank you guys.
Conveniently, there is a human heart right here.
Oh, well, I guess you could use that.
So let's take that. Also, let's take this demon heart and some ghost wrappings. But yeah, there's a heart. So we can take that. But we will
I suppose they'll know if it's the wrong heart, won't they?
No. They will not.
Oh, so you could just go back and be like, hey, I killed.
Yeah, you could be like, I'm done now, if you really wanted to be. But she's interesting to talk to. I think we should talk to her. It's fun. For reasons. You'll understand why it's so fun to talk to Sister Pride, Nessa. Well, as soon as we get to talk to her, and I figure out how to climb over this rock so I can find her note. Because you can, by her notes, guess what's, why she's here, gradually. What's driving her crazy? Oh, the guy's not here? Fantastic. Great. Goody. Let's open the door so I can just walk back down. Actually, no, I think I could jump off the top and make it to the water if I'm determined enough, but I probably will.
Thugum's nasty.
Yep. See?
Yeah.
Oh, there's her note. Sorry, I haven't found the second one. There's the top.
First of the golden moon. 8233. I can't bear it any longer. Father, Malphus, Fate, or whoever is listening, save me, or I will break. I will run, far away from this temple. Far away. Somewhere where nobody knows me, and where nobody sees me, and where I see nobody. Forgive me, Father. I need to leave, or I will break.
She can't bear to see anybody.
Or have anyone see her.
She'll end up blinding herself, or...
Ooh, maybe.
There's something wrong.
That was a recurring theme.
I mean, we've already gotten somebody in there that's mute. Wouldn't be that far of a stretch.
There it is. There's the last name. And last name.
7th of the Fundament. 8233. Father, hear my prayer. Make me see them again. Make me see them. It's driving me crazy. I want out. Out of the caves. Anywhere where there are no people. I want to be normal again. But I don't want to betray you, Father. Verlata Shira, you gave me life. So what should I do?
She wants to see something.
See them.
But
see
she
people.
wants to see them. But she also wants to be aware there are no people. That's weird.
Mm-hmm. You'll understand.
Why does she want to see people but also not want to be around people?
You'll understand.
It's like she's an ambivert or something.
She's a what?
An ambivert.
What's that?
It's like an introvert / extrovert.
Yeah, but guess what's wrong with her? I haven't done it yet. There she is. Unfortunately, she has done something to herself, so she won't be seeing anybody any longer. You know, with the lack of eyes and all, and the fresh blood indicating she probably gouged them out herself.
Oh, I guess Mare was right on the money.
And I can't talk to her for some reason. What the fuck? Well, let me talk to her. I like to talk to her. She's fun to talk to, in a depressing sort of way. Okay, so this is the second time this is glitched out because of stuff. So she has
Little skulls.
And I don't think I can go back to what's-his-face without talking to her, at least at first. Hold on, we'll try to reload really quick and see if that's close. Next time we'll try moving her. Sister Bride, please let me talk to you. There we go, now we can talk to Sister Bride.
What? Who are you? No, wait. Don't say anything. You're my punishment, aren't you? You're here to kill me.
The first seer said you had betrayed the Relata. Why?
The faces. I just couldn't bear them any longer. I couldn't.
What are you talking about? What faces did you see?
None! At first, I thought it would pass, you know? That it's just a disease, like the fever. But it didn't. It only got worse. First this strangeness. Then the faces.
What do you mean by strangeness?
This feeling that I wasn't myself. That Sister Pride, Nessa, is only a puppet who thinks she is real.
Who's Nessa?
Me. My name. Before the father showed me the Ralas.
You can't see faces anymore. I don't understand.
It started 2 years ago. Sometimes, when I talk to people, their faces began to run off. Like color. Like wax. At first I thought I was ill, so I drank grunt root every day, but it never got better. Only worse. Everything started to melt. First the nose, then the eyes, then the mouth, until there was nothing left. A smooth, egg-shaped piece of skin.
Is this why you're wearing the blindfold?
Yes. It doesn't help with the strangeness, but at least I don't have to see faces anymore.
Did you ever see a healer about it?
No. No, of course not. Because nobody could find out. Had they found out, then the father would have left me behind on the day of transcendence. And I couldn't let that happen. Don't you understand? I couldn't.
And why did you flee?
Why? Because I was weak. Angry and weak. I thought, if only I fled far away from the father, then the faces would return. But they didn't. Of course they didn't. Because I was the problem to begin with. My faith was too weak. My devotion to the Ralas too little. And that is why I need to die. I finally accepted it.
I don't really want to kill you.
But didn't the father tell you to?
I don't care. I won't kill an innocent woman. There has to be another way.
No, there isn't. And even if there were, I wouldn't want it. This is my punishment. The punishment for my weakness. And if I had the courage, I would have already ended it myself.
So wait, what does your affliction have to do with your faith?
Everything. All this time, I was a bad Ralayim. I sinned, again and again. I succumbed to my body, just as the sleepers do. And it corrupted my mind.
You succumbed to your body? What does that mean?
I don't want to talk about it.
Whatever you did, I don't think it was a lack of faith that made you sick.
Of course you don't. Because you're a sleeper.
So anyway, you guys can choose what to do with her. Do you want to kill her, or do you want to leave her here?
Well, I don't know how to... Like, can you actually fix this, or...
No. You just leave her here.
Oh.
Well, what about bringing her to a safe place?
You leave her here. You can't leave the cave with her. Brother Greed is waiting for you.
Well, then why is that even an option?
What?
That you would bring her to a safe place?
Oh, because, you say it like that, but she basically tells you no. To not do so.
So she stays anyways.
And begs you to kill her.
Die anyways.
I mean, maybe she'll become a cool superhero like Daredevil.
So
She is a trained assassin.
Hmm? She's trying to what?
She is a trained assassin, so she could be like a cool blind assassin.
Okay, well, Air, talk.
I don't... And see, and here's the problem with it all is now she's wanting to, end her life, end herself, and you was given orders to end her. My only problem with it is, what is saying, what if there's a way to, make use of what ailments that she has and find redemption in some form.
There isn't, at least directly in this. And the implication is she's gonna stay here in her cave. But, yeah.
Let her stay in the cave then.
Okay, please, let
Assuming
me...
that...
What?
Assuming that doesn't affect our ending.
Oh, no, it should not. Please let me help you. I'll bring you to a safe place.
If you want to help me, then help me sleep. And make it painless.
Ouchies.
So, yeah. So we have another heart, so it doesn't matter. So let me pick up my shit. I didn't want the stored. I wanted the circlet. Drop the door. Just put it down. No, it's an enchantment. It's worth selling, I guess. That's worth money. Kids, anyway, bye, Sister Pride. Have fun sulking in your cave. That's a rock. I can't see. I can't see. Where am I? I don't like water. There we go. Yeah, that's the end of that. She just stays in her cave, waiting for you to kill her. Probably takes her 20 minutes before she realizes you're not there anymore. She's like, oh, fuck, I lived.
Also, I'm a little disappointed that they don't explain what the hell that illness was.
What's her illness again? Is it that she's completely blind or she can't see faces?
She can't see faces, which is actually a real
It is
condition.
a legit disease, yeah.
No, it's like, she says that the faces seem to melt off until there's just like smooth skin.
Yeah. But it's...
Which, I don't know if that is a real illness. That seems
that is
pretty wild.
not, but there is a legitimate disease where you cannot recognize
Where you cannot distinguish.
Yeah, there's ones where you can't recognize faces. Like, you'll know that it's a face, but you won't be able to tell who it is. It's usually from brain damage.
It's basically that, but like more magical and spooky.
Yeah.
It's what's going on.
Also,
Pay attention to the fact... What?
Also, are they going to explain why that one girl had, like, magic depression, or is that just never explained either?
It's probably something to do with the Veiled Woman. I would have magic depression if the Veiled Woman was like, oh yes, come, join me, so I can, make you one of me.
No, but she had that beforehand. I'm asking if there's actually going to be an explanation for that.
No, she's magically depressed. Super depressed.
Just magic depression. Wow, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You could be depressed because you're an anxious wreck, or you could be depressed because of magic. That's mean.
No, I guess now that we know what the Veiled Woman does and what she did in the past, you're probably right. It probably is the Veiled Woman just being like, I will add this new bad thing into the world. And that's what the magic depression and magic no-face syndrome is.
Oh, that's something else. The pay attention to the strangeness. That'll come up later on in the rollout arc, but the no-face thing is something else. It's not her.
Okay.
But the magic depression...
You just said it was never explained what it was.
What, the thing? No, it's connected to that strangeness thing.
Okay.
I said the magic depression wasn't explained, not the strangeness, which is her, what Nessa is talking about, not what was talked about with her. The other one was talked like the black fog.
Is the no-face explained?
Yes, sort of. That's explained, sort of.
That's part of the strangeness? Okay.
It's part of that strangeness Nessa was describing, so you'll get into what that is later, much later. Let's show Brother Greed our fake heart and say, here, this is Sister Pride's heart. He looks at it, he's studying it carefully. And he takes the paper and writes on it.
Against what surface?
The tree? So this is a really shitty looking note. It should be like terrible looking.
And there was a stone wall right behind him. So...
Yeah, there's a stone wall too. Or he writes it on his knee. I've done that before, it's terrible. So, return to the temple. Do you want me to want to accompany back? Remember to put on the veiling. So yeah, we have to put on our hood first.
Jax is dead.
Oh yeah, Jack's big snore. Jax.
Big
Oh,
dead.
I'm sorry.
Oh, hi.
You woke up.
I died and then I woke up as I normally do.
Do you want to go to sleep, Jax?
It's okay.
We will have this on recording.
Yep.
What hecking time even is it? It's not even that late.
No, it's not that late.
I'm ready, let's go, Brother Greed. We might be wrapping
Not
up.
even 11:30.
It's just... I feel like our voices must just be having some sort of effect on you.
We're very relaxing for Jax to listen to.
Somehow.
That's part of it.
I actually find that really cute.
Yeah. Jax feels so safe with us. She keeps
I know.
falling asleep.
It's like friends. It's friends.
We all love you.
Oh, I like that. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
Well, not to ruin it, but I did have things like that, like when I was first going to college. I noticed that I would just fall asleep in class.
Oh yeah.
And that became kind of a problem.
I had an anthropology professor who taught a class at like 3 to 4 p.m. and it was awful because he had the most soothing monotone that you could possibly listen to. It was so hard to stay awake in his class.
I had the one teacher in high school that I had already taken that class, and they were refusing to let the seniors go home early, so I had to fill the slot with something. So I retook his class because I liked that teacher, and he just basically let me sleep in the class.
You there?
He was like, as long as you fucking do your quizzes and everything, and don't fail them, and turn in your work, do whatever you want. I was like, okay, it's nap time.
I got woken up a couple times because I was snoring, I believe.
I have never been caught falling asleep in class. So I'm just lucky, I guess.
So anyway, let's turn this in, by the way, the paper with the money. So the first year told me to get my pay from you. Here's this letter.
Show me.
Give me my money.
300 pennies. And just what in the Father's name did you do to earn such copious pay?
It's not that copious.
None of your business.
Here's your money. Good luck.
Gee, don't be so mean to people who are higher ranking than you.
Listen, I'm not allowed to also tell them anything either. Like, those are all bad things.
Oh, that's true.
Telling them things is bad, asking them things is bad, so just go with none of your business. That's the safe option.
You can be sassy as long as it does not affect the first and second loyalties.
Exactly.
The mercenary returns.
Like, he wouldn't tell me. Well, he probably would tell me about the Relas, but, like, I would get suspicion points on the silent ticker, so let's not do that. So here, we'll show him the heart. Here, Sister Pride's heart. Wink, wink.
Show me. Interesting. Well then, you upheld your end of the bargain. so I'll do the same.
I don't like how he says interesting all the time.
Yeah, he's creepy.
It's like he knows.
No, let's not say that. So you'll consider hiring me for the expedition?
The father will. I will put forward my recommendation. We will contact you once he has made his decision. Now leave.
Okay. Now get the fuck out of my house. Okay, old wounds. So we had to wait for Tharael's message and do Undercity. So we'll leave and then take off our clothes. Because I almost I just almost like halfway out stopped and put on my armor and went, wait, that's not good. Let's not do that.
Gotta get naked.
Sorry, don't strip in front of the Relata. They don't like hot bodies. Or bodies at all. I apologize.
Don't make them all succumb to their body.
Don't make them all, succumb to their body and go, that's a hot lady.
You want to tell me?
Oh god, I'm succumbing all over the place.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's all in my robes.
Jesus Christ. And he's just like, yes. Well, let's, I need to add those cards to the deck.
Why are you stopping?
I'm succumbing all over my robes.
Aisha, what are you doing? You there?
Oh, fine, little girl, little girl.
Wait!
What is it?
I think I have a letter for you. At least I think it's you. You look just like the Meister told me.
Well, you're not actually a little girl, but you're clearly an actor, which is a step up.
Yeah. Also, well, how did he describe me? Did he describe me as dumb and edgy as him? Because if he did, I'm gonna throw him off a cliff. Anyway, show me the letter.
Well, the Meister also said you'd pay me 10 pennies for the delivery. He didn't have any coin.
What a cheap bastard.
He's like, here, sure, take the pennies.
Whoa,
I'm gonna fucking stab Tharael.
Malthus bless you and safe travels.
That cheap bitch! I feel like that would be a very Karasu line.
It is.
Gonna slice some tenants! Gonna slice some tenants!
Also, anyway, the only thing this says too is meet me in the hideout.
Was that really worth 10 pennies?
Yes. And you're just like, God, Tharael, you fucking... I just want to slap the shit out of you.
I know you have money, you bastard.
Another Karsu line.
I know you have the money.
Gonna slice some tenants there!
You just pick him up and like shake him and 20,000 pennies fall out of his pockets and you're like, oh, I told you, you have the money.
You have my money!
You just take all 20,000.
You got my money.
Yeah.
You take all of the money.
Shake him down.
Yeah. We're
Find him and shake him down and make him pay the little girl 20 pennies.
We're miss. No, it was 10. It was only 10, but we're miss shake.
I know, but I'm saying
Madam.
like make him pay her double.
I was saying just take all of his money and say whatever extra
that
is for
too.
your pain and suffering of
Move
him
along.
making you pay money. But yeah, no, we're now Miss Shakedown. We are Mr. Shakedown's great ancestor or whatever.
Oh no.
Clearly. We have to go shake down Tharael for his money. Act like we don't have money when we clearly do.
Mind your own fucking business.
Mind your own fucking business. I'm just walking by. You have to open your fat fucking mouth. So anyway, Tharael, knock knock, you fucking cheap ass.
I will be right back. Because cats are trying to get into unopened bag of cat food.
Now he's doing this slap.
Did you kill her?
Whom?
Princess Goldilocks.
Oh.
Sister Pride, of course. Nessa.
I'm sorry. No, it wasn't her.
Damn it. Why didn't you do it?
Does it matter?
Well, since it's in the past now, no it doesn't. The chances are 50-50 that the whole thing will leak out. You might have fooled the first seer, but if the father examines the heart, he'll most likely notice that it's fake. You've endangered our mission. I hope you realize that. Anyway,
do you have
you've given me little reason to regret my decision to hire you until now. Let's hope this was just a one-time slip-up.
Did you know about her affliction, the faces?
Faces?
Nessa said she wasn't able to see the faces of people anymore, that they began to melt off in front of her eyes. It drove her a little insane. Huh? What do you make of this?
What should I make of it? I'm not an apothecary. Maybe she hit the dust a little too heavily on her visits to the Silver Cloud. She wouldn't be the first villain with a drug problem.
Okay, fine. What now?
Now, we wait until we hear back from the first seer. If we're unlucky, that's where our plan will end. If the father is not interested in your services, there's nothing we can do. However, there's something else I might need your help with in the meantime.
Fair enough. What do you need?
It has to do with my past. With the refuge.
The orphanage you grew up in, right?
Yeah. I told you that Shagun, the matron of the house, knew about the abductions, didn't I? That she sold us?
Yes.
Well, I only learned that recently. I used to think that the Relata forced Shagun to give us away. And even now, there's still a part of me that wants to believe it. The reason why I'm going back to the refuge is that I want to know for certain.
Didn't you call her an old cunt like 5 times in the last conversation?
Yeah, he does.
Who knows?
He does that.
Maybe we'll also find more about what the father actually did with us children. More about the experiments.
But I want to be sure she's an old bitch.
You didn't say bitch.
Listen, I don't like saying the other word personally. And do you think you'll find
He does.
answers in the orphanage? Yes, I know
hope
he
so.
does. So do you,
It
clearly.
was closed down after the flesh maggot plague.
No, I'm not that much of a fan. I'm
So
just
her documents
repeating
might
what he
still
said.
be there. Thing is, ever since the Red Madness, the place has been crawling with lost ones.
You want someone to cover your back.
Exactly. I'd probably be able to do it myself, but now is the wrong time to take unnecessary risks. So, let's meet at the marketplace, right in front of Zorgben and Sons. I'll make some preparations.
You mean you're gonna go get in your hobo gear? Understood.
Are you short again?
No,
You're taller than you.
he's a half Eterna or full Eterna, which are fucking huge. They're just so absurdly large.
My name, please.
Like, I am my normal height. They should be the only things outsizing me in the game, and so him outsizing me is right.
So wait, so the orphanage is overrun with lost ones or something?
Yeah, overrun with lost ones, and I think the tears. Or maybe the outside's overrun with the tears, and the inside's overrun with
Seems
lost
like a bad place to run an orphanage.
Well, it went under. It stopped functioning. And that's why it's overrun.
But the lady's still there?
No, lady's gone.
Okay.
Everything's gone. The kids are gone. It's no longer a functioning orphanage. Nobody is there. Besides dead thing.
My dad.
Cool.
And the tears,
We're
I
gonna
think.
have a
Or at least it used
big
to
old
be.
big old orphanage raid.
Yeah, we gotta go stab things in the orphanage. Did you always want to do that, Andy? You just stab things in an orphanage? This would be a good orphanage to burn down.
Get together 24 of your friends. Have a big raid in the orphanage.
I don't like raiding. Okay. Tharael, did you find your hobo clothes? You hobo?
Madame.
Oh my god, this guy.
What? What guy?
Please, just
My damn guy.
leave me be.
A foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
Fine, my hobo.
Just where do I put it?
Eating the last penny right
Come here, hobo. Hobo Tharael. Walk.
Ready?
Yeah.
Good. Move along.
No. You move along. I am standing here.
Huh?
I would make a joke about this being my street corner, but that would imply something else.
Shit.
Go on, lead the way through the dead things, because otherwise I might get my ass beat. Okay, yeah, it's just a thing that the tears were eliminated. Oh, well, that was the wrong move. I apologize. I wanted to ruin.
That's a lot of dudes.
Yeah, it's okay. That's what happens when a lot of people die of flesh maggots down here. I'm sorry, Tharael. You got in my way. Stop doing that.
Look out! Enemy!
Yeah, yell at him to die. That'll make him die. Where are you going? That's not the way to the orphanage. The orphanage is right over. Where are you going?
You got a nice block.
Did you want to be dramatic and look at these dead bodies? You dramatic man.
A lockpick.
Oh yeah, I got a lockpick. It was delicious. Oh.
Looters. Guess they were hoping to find something of value in the orphanage after the plague broke out. Come. You go on ahead. I'll cover your back.
Okay.
You're clearly the frontline berserker here.
Yes, me, the berserker. Really, yeah, actually, that's accurate. I'm kind of the big lady with the sword, and he's the guy with the swords. But they're actually daggers, to inform you now. Those are not really swords.
Those are big daggers.
Yeah, they are very big daggers. Like, they put the sword model on as the daggers.
I see.
So yeah, he could
But they still do less damage.
Yeah. So basically, he could function using, like, I guess, whatever points, whatever, for the dual wielding.
There it is.
Better.
Huh. Strange feeling to be back here after all those years.
This is what I'm taking you guys.
We should.
I think his name is Brother Wrath, but he's not the
What in
berserker.
blazes is that? What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Never mind. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Shagun's office should
What?
be on the first floor. Let's take a look around.
There's a lady in a cave right now that we could have a discussion with.
Hey, Tharael, do you want to talk to Nessa? She's probably still in her cave. You feeling okay?
You guys can have group therapy.
Yeah, I'll pay for it. I bet you need it. Actually, no, I can be the therapist. I mean, I have tons of trauma.
You are not a good therapist.
I am the best therapist. It's not like I've driven one friend into telling me to just leave her alone and the other friend into drugs and booze because of my reckless action.
And what was it, being in an inner tube floating down the river? We had some sort of discussion about Jespar being in the river right now.
Oh yeah, because he
All right,
fell in the river.
Here we are.
You know, that one
And
time.
Would you look at that? Stock
When we
lists,
played the first
spendings,
time.
Earnings. No, that
Aw.
doesn't help us.
What if Shagun simply didn't document her dealings with the Rolata?
She did. If I remember one thing, then it's how obsessed that old cunt was with her lists.
6
Everything
times!
needed to be documented. Every crust of bread, every single donation. So, if she really did sell children to the father over all those years, there must be reports. Just not here. Hidden safes. That's a chance.
She had hidden safes.
Everybody down here has hidden safes. Even if the house was under the protection of the Relata, there would still be the occasional raids. Even I can remember at least half of a dozen of them. They just came in, made a ruckus, and took whatever they could get their hands on. Eventually, Shagun even let them in voluntarily.
So you're not safe down here even if you pay your shadow tax?
No.
Oh, well, I didn't really expect any other answer. So do you have any idea where those hidden safes could be?
No, but I'm pretty sure that they're here in the orphanage. I say we split up. You check the kitchen, the cellar, and the storage room in the backyard. I'll take care of the rest.
Okay, and what should I look for?
Hidden switches, false bottoms, the usual. You'll manage.
Alright, I'll let you know once I've found anything.
So will I. Good luck.
Okay, so there's 3 of them to find, and I cannot remember where all of them are, and I can't remember which one is the one we're specifically looking for, so we're going to be on a trip looking for these safes and how to get them open.
How's your perception?
Bad. I had to dump perception to be Bear. Bear have good smell perception, but not so much on the looking. That's too hard. I'm Bear. I don't look, I just kill.
Bear would be a good skill.
Fuck! I'm gonna die!
I have the bear skill.
I maxed Bear.
I mean, Bear is a stat in Honey Heist.
I have what is it? Every single skill rank I could put into Bear in Bear. I have it as a class skill. I have it a couple of trait bonuses in it, and additionally, I also put skill focus on it just to be extra sure.
I also took that feat that allows me to accept all the racial traits.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm the beariest of bears. You may call me Barry if you wish. I would not advise you to. It's not a good look for me. But Nara the Bear is pretty great.
Yeah. Nara the Bear.
You came up with that one.
Oh, I did?
Yes, that was you. Okay, I think this one is the one we have to shoot the roof open.
I'm funny.
Wow, Una, you sound exhausted suddenly.
No, I'm just getting comfortable.
So you're gonna fall asleep mid-statement at one of these points.
Oh, who knows?
Who knows? Okay, how do I hit this thing? Do I have a magic bow?
The money?
What?
It said up in the top left that you found 4 extra pennies because of your lockpicking skill.
Yeah, you get a little bit of extra money now. It's like a random chance that exists now.
That's weird.
It's like you actually look around the box more, I think.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe you could have, like, you can do that in, like, Pathfinder, I guess, if you just have people, like, roll really well or really poorly, you give them different loot.
Oh, hello, kitty. Yep. Oh, I love you, kitty.
Yeah, found another 39. And shields. This is not the right one.
Now that would drive people crazy. I'm gonna make them put, like, all their skill stuff into disable device.
Yeah, I know if you put a lot of skills into, whatchamacallit in this now, into, I think, pickpocketing, you have a chance to find, like, secret compartments in all of your chests, too.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say secret compartments in people.
No!
It's pickpocketing.
I know it is. It's more like you can, like, feel where they are better, is what I'm assuming the interpretation is. I have to turn on the light.
Also, I've never seen you pickpocket anyone.
It's not that useful.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't care for pickpocketing even in the fucking base Skyrim. I built it up because nothing's stopping me, though, so...
Oh, you got a pickpocket in Baldur's Gate, though. You could steal people's clothes.
Yes.
Can you
Maybe,
sell
like,
it? Can you sell the clothes back to them?
Sometimes, probably.
Sometimes.
Amazing.
But it's more
Love
important that you can find like magic items just on people and like steal their belts off of them.
Okay, so this one's the rusty casket. I can't remember. Again, I cannot remember how to open half of these fucking things. There's 3 of them, so yeah, I'm stupid. I might have to actually pull out the sheet to cheat with, so I remember how to open each one and remember which one's the right one. Actually, I think it's the one over there is the right one. This might be the wrong one.
I love you, cat.
Where is the key?
You're so cute, cat.
Either one of these
I love
boxes
you.
opens
I
and
love
gives me the
cat.
key, or... Yeah, I might have to look at the page.
Why does anyone need barrels this large?
It is 11:44 p.m. and I think my grandma just made popcorn.
I should make popcorn.
She eats the whole bag, by the way, by herself.
Yeah, I can do that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Even me, who doesn't eat
Yeah,
a lot, can do that. It's pretty tasty. Where's the key? Okay, I'm gonna look up the sheet then, if I can't find this key.
Not that I'd want to share with her, to be honest.
I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna pull up my cheat sheet.
Certain food I can eat like way more quantity than other types of food. It's very strange.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people are like that.
I can eat like 2/3 of a large pizza by myself, and that is bad.
That is bad.
Yeah, that's terrifying to me, even.
No, I don't know. I mean, there are some cases where pizza would be more healthy than some other foods, so...
Yeah, but not that much pizza.
Are you sure about that, Mayor? Do you want to go with that answer?
Listen.
Guys,
As someone
I'm gonna...
who has the tendency to, you know, if you really want to, just sit there and eat a whole jar of Nutella
Is that like a
in
giant
a day.
wine barrel?
Yes.
Why does this lady have like a giant wine barrel in her orphanage?
Listen, do you think this lady was really great at running her orphanage, Oni? Do you think she was a very maternal orphanage keeper?
Well, how many friends was she inviting over to party?
A lot, presumably. So there's the other one.
Fee just said if you can't eat the whole large pizza alone, leave my sight.
I
So
can't.
I can
Oh,
only
God.
eat like 2 slices of pizza at most, if I'm pressed. I usually only eat 1.
Depending on the type of large pizza, maybe if I was paid enough, I could do it.
Oh, a large pizza
You
too?
know-
I don't even think I could eat a really large pizza? No way.
Yeah, but guys, I have a confession to make.
Are you
What's
tired?
up?
No, it's just in July, my sister graduates from the Navy.
Okay.
I can't go.
Nice.
I can't go.
Oh.
Someone's gotta feed the dog. And the only other people who can do that will not be here, so it's
That's
me.
okay. It'll probably be boring if it's like any other graduation.
Yeah.
You see, there's a problem. There's one little problem. That means for 5 days, it's just me and my grandma alone. So,
Oh.
But she can't go with?
no.
Do you
Why?
really
So,
want...
Yeah, I would want Grandma to leave the house.
So she never leaves the house.
No, she
So I'm just gonna let you guys know. Oh God,
I pushed the
I'm
button.
gonna need y'all. Gonna need y'all so bad during those times.
Hugs.
5 days.
Secret.
I'm gonna...
It's okay.
I'm
We'll,
gonna
we'll be right here with you, okay? Besides,
gonna
I know
suggest
I'm
that
gonna
you-
end up needing some level of support at the beginning of July myself. Probably. We'll see.
I should light back. Oh wait, it's right here. There it is. There's the 3rd one.
You should probably prepare some food,
Ah, there's the ancient book.
like
Yeah.
every day, and leave it in the fridge for her, just to avoid conflict.
I should, but you'd understand. I'm having issues regarding her and food. Like, enough that my therapist says, oh God, you need to chill out.
Like, is it at a
Every
point to
time she
where
asks
is
me
she?
what's for dinner, I like die a little more inside.
Oh.
Okay. I can hear him talking, so I'll save now. Hear more chat.
Well, if nothing else, you could always put a little notice on your
So,
door saying if
Tharael-
you're
Snip,
wanting
snip.
to
She's not gonna read it. She's still
head
gonna
rolls off,
knock
the
anyways.
soles
You
are
don't.
closed.
She.
What is this guy doing?
Snip, snip. Cut through the throat. The head rolls
Can
off.
she not
The soles
read
afloat.
signs?
Oh no, she can. She just chooses to be a pain in the ass. If somebody else can do it for her, you can bet she's gonna make somebody else do it for her.
Snip, snip,
Wow,
snip.
sounds
Cut through
entitled to me.
throat. The head
Oh,
rolls
she is.
off. The soles
Having a
afloat.
little childhood flashback there,
Snip, snip, snip.
buddy.
Cut through the throat.
I'm a little
The
teapot,
head rolls
short
off,
and
the
stout.
soles
No, no,
afloat.
no.
Nearest
It's
hand.
snip, 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 cut through the throat, the head rolls off, the soul's
Snip,
afloat.
snip, snip. Cut through the throat.
I'm not kidding.
The head rolls off. The soles
I
afloat.
know. I just.
Are you okay, Tharael?
Tharael? Yes, Tharael. Back then
What?
he still existed. Now he's gone. Now there's only Brother Wrath.
Oh shit!
He killed them all, you know. Lethal, Wilma, Tharael, all of them gone or dead. We couldn't enter the cold flesh. We screamed. We screamed as loud as we could because it hurt so bad. But then that would have made him angry because then he couldn't concentrate anymore. But what else should we have done? It just hurt so bad. No matter how much of the blue juice he gave us, it always hurt so bad.
You're talking about the father, aren't you?
Father. Yes, our father. We never saw his face, you know. She always wore this mask, this terrible, scary mask.
His face, her, and she?
Hey, wake up. And he doesn't react to being shaken. Not stirred.
Empty, hollow eyes.
Do you
We may have to make
remember-
a call.
Do you remember what he did to you?
Yes, he wanted to make us happy. That's what she always said, that she wanted to make us happy. At first I believed him, but then they took Letho. Letho, they just came in and took him into the room. I heard him scream. Hours and hours, and then suddenly silence. Silence for eternity. But I shouldn't talk so much. Too much talking makes the father angry. Just let me sleep, will you? Just sleep.
And he kicks himself over there and goes to sleep.
I'm very worried for him. We may end up having to make a call.
Don't worry about him. He'll be fine.
I don't think
A
so.
little bit of time passed.
What are you doing here?
I'll get out of bed and I'll talk.
What happened?
You were talking crazy!
You don't remember?
Remember? What should I remember? I was dizzy, so I took a nap. Must have been the hunger. I didn't have a meal in 2 days.
Oh, you weren't kidding about the money! No, he was not kidding about the money, by the way. He did not have the money. That wasn't a joke. So that's, not true. You had some kind of seizure?
Seizure? What do you mean?
It's hard to describe. You had some kind of regression to your childhood to when the father ran his experiments on you.
What? But why? What did I say?
And then tell him all about it and say just a lot. So let's fade to black as this all gets explained.
I see. It must have been this place. It brought back my memories.
You make it sound so ordinary.
What do you want to hear? I have no idea what that was. Same as you.
Oh, Jax.
Jax! And at a time where, you know, her suspicions were confirmed.
Yeah, well, Jax can rewatch later. And now you don't remember anything of the seizure.
No, I don't. But it doesn't matter. We should focus on the task at hand. What about the safe? Did you find anything?
do you dismiss what happened? We can find some answers in that seizure.
Look, I just don't want to talk about it right now. Is that so hard to understand? Now tell me, what about the safe? The documents?
Look at me, I'm Tharael, Mr. Bitchy. And show the book and just... Yeah, I did, and you were right. Shagun did document her dealings.
Let me see. Can you believe it? That's a list of all the children who were sold. Name, age, price. She sold us like cattle. I don't know whether to cry or laugh. But it doesn't say anything about what the father did to us. Did you find anything else?
No, either Shagun had no idea what the father was doing to those children, or she took the answers into the grave with her.
Shit. Well, what did I expect? It was worth a try. Do you want to know something? Shagun... I didn't think she actually did it. When I first heard of her involvement in the matter, I always thought she was living proof that not everybody can be corrupted if you shove enough money up their ass. Seems I was wrong.
There are people who stay true to themselves.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, wait, you mentioned a certain letho during the seizure?
Did I? Tell me, what is it to you? Why do you care?
I don't know. Maybe it helps to talk about it?
As if talking ever helps, but fine. You gave me little reason to distrust you, so why the fuck not? If we're unlucky, neither of us will be alive anymore 2 days from now. Come. Let's find somewhere to sit.
Let's have a chat with Tharael. That will be the end, I think, after that. Because it's a good time to end, so you can think about this dude for a little while.
Okay.
Because he gets pretty hostile in this conversation. And it's a fairly long... Let's see, right here. Here's the one that fucking about kills me trying to remember how to do this without tanking his points off completely.
Alright. Let's keep this brief. My family discarded me as a child. And no, I don't blame them. I was weak, frail, and always ill. It was unlikely that I would see 5 winters.
Do you remember anything about your family? Who were they?
I don't know. I've forgotten most of it.
And you don't blame them. What they did to you was cruel. Also, you seem to have a vendetta against the father, so I feel like you'd have a vendetta against them, too.
Ah, nonsense. Keeping me would have burdened the entire family. What they did wasn't cruel. It was necessary. Cruelty is something else. Cruelty is inflicting suffering when it's avoidable, or simply for pleasure. Sadist scum like Carlian, lust murderers or mad cult leaders who stop at nothing to get their way. Not even the corpses of children.
So, you were supposed to die, but yet you're here.
I am. Thanks to Letho. It must have been 6 winters back then? Whereas I was 4 or 5. I don't remember. He found me in the gutter and took me in. I'm not sure you realize what that means. Surviving alone is hard enough as it is for an urchin child. But taking care of someone else, it decreases your chances even more. Letho didn't care. He saw me, he let me sleep in a pile of hay he called his bed, and shared his bread with me. I still have no idea why he did it.
And where did you live?
In the sewers. It's full of robbers and thieves and other scum nowadays, but back then, there were lots of secret corners and tunnels for a child to hide in. The good old days.
And what was his story? Why was he on his own?
I don't know. He never wanted to talk about it. Not even later, in the orphanage.
I'm guessing the refuge orphanage didn't exist back then?
It did. But there were a limited number of beds. New beds only became available if an orphan reached the age of 12 and was sent back onto the streets. Or, of course, if one died.
Or got
All they had
adopted.
was a list. You could have them put your name on
People
there.
adopt
Every
under
time a new
city
bed
children?
became free, the orphans would be called into the alley, and the list was read out aloud from top to bottom. Strange feeling, as you could imagine. When Letho was 8, and I was about 7, we both got lucky and got a bed. We spent 5 years there, and one moon before the abduction by the Relata, shortly before his 12th birthday, I swore to him that I'd come with him once they put him back on the streets. Now, I don't know if you can understand this, but the thought that he'd be out there while I slept in my bunk bed, I just couldn't accept it.
What did Letho say about your idea?
What do you think? He called me an idiot, and rightly so, because I was still the frail little kid I had been when my parents abandoned me, and that ugly cough that I had would still come back every time winter returned. Still, had push come to shove, I would have followed him. Nothing and no one could have stopped me.
And what was life in the orphanage like?
Peaceful. It sounds strange to say it after all that's happened, but if I'm being honest, the years in the refuge were the only truly peaceful time in my life. Of course, it wasn't a picnic. Food was scarce because the orphanage stayed afloat only through donations, and we had to work a lot. You know, clean, cook, tend to the garden. But still, we had a home. Or at least we thought we did.
According to the documents, Shagun had sold other children to the Rolata before she sold you and Letho. Did you notice anything?
Back then, I didn't. But in retrospect, I should have. For example, there were those twin sisters. One morning we woke up and they were gone. Shagun wouldn't say a word about it, but we thought it was because they'd died and she was in mourning. Now I know better.
And then the father took you.
Yes, me and Letho. I still remember that day as though it was yesterday.
Oh, you want your shirt back.
It had been an exhausting day and my cough had come back. Shagun put out the candles and we fell asleep. Then, all of a sudden, they were there, right in front of our beds. We screamed. We struggled. Tried to flee, but it didn't matter. Uncle Nalek was there to help the masked men to calm us. Shagun and the other adults, they just stood by and watched. Can you imagine? They just stood there and fucking watched. You know the rest of the story. They put sacks over our faces and threw us into a carriage, like cattle on their way to the slaughterhouse. Then, darkness. The next clear memory I have is awaking on a pile of bodies in the corpse pit.
And you never saw anything of the other children again? Not even Letho?
No. Of course, I looked through that corpse pile as well as I could, but there was no one there. No one. It was real, you know? Letho and I were there for each other through it all, and he was my best friend, my brother, my family. Damn it, he was the only one I ever had. And now he's dead. His skeleton's probably rotting somewhere in the sewers, if the father's experiments left any of his body at all. I don't know if you can even remotely understand how much I hate this person. He is evil incarnate. It's that simple.
Did you ever go to look for Letho?
What do you think I am? An idiot? Of course I looked for him. For weeks, months, fucking years. But nobody had seen him or even knew who I was talking about. For them, he was just another dead orphan in the caves.
And you've had no one to back you up ever since?
Backup. I don't believe in backup anymore. Just look around, will you? This thing we call our world. What is it if you take away the glitter? A ring? A fucking arena? They all just care about their own ends, and they are willing to do anything to see them through. Lie, steal, murder. And now? Now they're talking about the red madness, as if things hadn't always been the way they are now. Friendship is a privilege for the young and foolish. Letho always believed in the good in people. And look where it got him.
Well, there's good people out there, trust me.
Yeah, you'd know.
Oh, that's rude. Fuck you. Don't remind me all my friends hate me now. Letho being dead has nothing to do with his conviction.
It doesn't? Then fate has a bad sense of humor.
Sure, Dad.
What about love? Have you ever had a companion, or, you know...
What is it to you?
I don't know. Asking out of curiosity.
If you ask me, there's nothing more superficial than love.
Why superficial?
Well, okay. Let me ask you this. Imagine a man with terrible burn scars on his face. What do you think? Would it be that man the women dream of when the bards sing of a knight in shining armor coming to their rescue?
Some might.
Bullshit. The love you're talking about. It's a simple equation. If you're attractive, rich, or powerful, you might get to enjoy it. If not, have fun.
Listen.
One of the few teachings of the Relas I actually agree with.
Listen, we know Ray. Everyone's got a thing.
Yeah, they do. I have a thing for long-haired boys. Ray has a thing for old men.
I have a thing for all men. Let's be real.
What about guys with terrible burn scars on their face, like he mentioned?
Oh, God, into it.
Yep, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Are you kidding? You know, in Death Note, Mello, the chocolate-eating kid, I was not into him until he got the gnarly burn on his face.
Come on, Tharael. I can't remember how to say your name. Tharael.
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 Just call him Tharael. Also, I mean, we're just coming off of the end of Song of the Silence. We definitely love Rheneas in spite of, you know, the horrible deformities.
Open your eyes, dude.
Leave that
There's
child.
probably people with like a million different kinks down in the Undercity.
Yeah, come on. You're in the weirdest part of the city,
Listen,
too.
especially in the Undercity, I feel like people aren't going to be that picky.
Yeah, I also, again, I feel like Uni mentioned, weird kinks probably abound down here. Because, I mean, it's not like, you know, there's the holy path all the time being shoved down your throat. People are just probably open about it.
I don't even want to know what's happened to that conspicuous rat plushie up in the corner there.
That's nonsense. I've experienced...
That rat has seen some shit.
Rats like glimmer, but like
terrifying. The rat needs therapy.
No, that's nonsense. I've experienced real love.
Yeah, because you're a decent enough canvas for women's and men's stupid fantasies. Go ahead. Put your head over an open fire for a while and see how much real love you're getting after that.
Okay, I'll
Maybe
do it.
I will.
I will still I will be just as hot, but my only problem is I would prefer not to do the fire. Fire is scary. You can cut open my face, though, if you want to. Let's do that.
I thought water was scary.
Water is scary to me, the player. I cannot not picture the player character not being scared of fire, though. Given how, fire is pretty predominant in their nightmares.
Oh, that's true.
I feel like pyrophobia might be a minor thing there. So, given that you don't care about love or friendship, you seem to have put a lot of thought into both.
That was by far the most stupid thing you've said tonight. Yes, I have put a lot of thought into these things. That doesn't mean I don't stand by my opinion. Quite the contrary.
Wow. Anyway, what about Letho? Didn't you in some way also love him? Like, a brother?
Like a brother.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
How's it different? Love is love, motherfucker. It doesn't have to be romantic love. Familial love is great. So, what do you think love is? An illusion?
No. Just one of the most banal feelings we're capable of.
Oh, huh? That's a story, I guess. I mean, life does like to punish idealists.
Yeah. You know, being on my own, as you put it, it doesn't bother me. Not at all.
I'm sure.
I know how it must sound to you.
Doesn't bother me.
Alone, you're invincible.
As we flash back to Jespar saying,
anybody
I'm
can
not
do to
angry.
you is kill you. And since death is the end of all feeling, it doesn't matter anymore. Friends, family, love, they leave you open, exposed. For me, things are simple. If the father kills me, I have failed. But at least there'll be no one to mourn my loss. No widow, no children, no friends. A clean cut. As though I never existed.
And if our plan exceeds, what then?
I'll see when we get there.
What if you found another person like Letho?
There is no other person like Letho. And even if there were, I'd keep my
Oh, you
distance.
blew it.
The time for these kinds of things has gone.
Don't worry about it. I will come back and point farm with him, because I do need to have his influence at a certain point, or something bad will happen later. Not like bad, I can't continue the story or anything, it's just, I'll tell you what it is when we get there. So, I mean, well, I guess that's one way to see it, fair point.
Yeah, either way, we've wasted enough time. As I said, it might be hours before the father decides, or if we're unlucky, weeks or months. I'll send out a messenger if I learn something, and should anything unusual happen, just meet me at my hideout. I'll be there for an hour every day before nightfall. Until then.
Okay. Alright then, I'll wait.
Do that.
And that's where we're probably gonna leave this for tonight, because that's the end of my queue.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's the end of the queue. Because this is, I guess, the midpoint of the Rolata arc.
Why did the Rolata not pay this guy well?
Because you fuck your body, you don't need that. Just die already.
Wait, you know what? Maybe they do pay him well, but he just spends it on things that he shouldn't.
Oh man, he keeps buying, like, you know, shampoo, even though he has no hair.
It's not quite what I meant, but sure.
Listen, that was the first random useless thing for Tharael I could think of. He buys all the best possible bottles of Pantene he can get. He dreams of having hair.
For that magical day.
Yes.
His father is dead, and he can grow his hair again.
Yes, and he's just like, yes, look at my luscious locks, and he just never cuts his hair again.
Are you simulating Tira again?
But you haven't eaten in 2 days.
Being a distant miracle grow work.
I mean, to be honest, there's the part of me that's like, wow, you're such a dick, but there's also the part of me when he's like, I haven't eaten in 2 days. It's like, oh my god, I have a backpack full of food. Take whatever you want. Don't be so angry. Have a Snickers. So anyway, that'll be the end there.
He'd probably be really upset at you if he knew what your job was.
Everybody's, I think, would be upset at me if they knew what my job was. I'm stopping the recording.
Alright.